Ladies and gentlemen, we have a show in store for you tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button and that subscribe button on this beautiful Friday night. You guys see the title, you know we're about to get it in. I got a cast of men that's going to be in here tonight, and we're going to but I want to definitely say, hey, listen, when you come in, let's get this chat going because you guys are undefeated. You guys are definitely undefeated. So thank you guys for being here tonight. Go ahead and share this, please. Go ahead and share this with your loved ones. Go ahead and share this with everybody. People you love, people you hate. Just share it, man. And let's have a good night tonight. I think this is going to be a really, 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 really good show. All right, I'm gonna go to the back. We'll let this Kevin Samuels play to the end. And once this Kevin Samuels is over, we'll hit that intro and we'll be right back after that. Hey, listen, if they come in after I leave, tell them the show is about to start in a minute. All right, moderators, let's get it. All right, thank y'all for being here. I'll get into the sanctuary once I come back on.
I'm on the rail, I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on film. Niggas facade get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. I got a show and she dipping them nails. I'm flipping my L's, I know they can tell. I did it too major, they hit me for favors. Been him since the cable was cut in the cradle. What's up, only right that I do it. Colossal until I'm a boss, so they want me to fail. Look, we prevail, tell them to point out who said it, they run it. Bitch, I'm on your tail. Know that they talking, they telling them tales. Just know how to tell, that shit for the sale. Yeah. Hey, they talk like they got it, but they need to stop it. I'm leading with logic, my heartbeat is frosted. I seen it, got optics, I need it from Shawty. She mean with the top and it's obvious. They need him a target, I'm dodging their darts, make them reach for the stars. I'm dumping, I'm forcing the pun off the runs. I'm moving with caution, I'm saucing, my nigga is nothing. From nothing to something they'll never be. Tycooning, I'm Jay with the thizzle face. I'm nothing my section has ever seen. Run the ice so I'm touch, I don't need a screen. I'm Curry, I push it from 30 deep. Do the pin in the pad like it's surgery. She been curving you just to flirt with me. Toolie tucked off, but the jewels out. I just sent her home with a full mouth. I'm a rare breed when the moon out. I'ma stop playing by the rules now. I been ran plays, need a new route. Queen said she needs space in a new house. Mom told me that she pray for the kid every day. No wonder I'm getting paid for the tunes now. They bang on the ass, bitch, I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on. Niggas facade get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. Niggas really outside with it. Roll with it. Roll with it. Roll with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so good to be in your presence tonight. We got a powerful, powerful show tonight. We got to talk about it. You see the title of the show tonight. I'm so glad that everybody is here. Go ahead right now and share this right now. Everybody that's in the back on the panel, share it with 3 people that you love. Everybody that's in the chat, share it with 3 people that you love. We definitely want to get people in here tonight to have this particular conversation. So I'm so glad that you guys are here to be a part of this. So let's see here. I want to go to the sanctuary first. Let's get up here to the top. I see IXL is in the building, man. Thank you so much for the Cash App before the show started. I appreciate you, brother. All right. We got Poke Man in the building tonight. Thank you for being here tonight, my brother. Poke Man is also a member of the channel, so give it up for him. We got Lady Navoa in the building tonight, moderating tonight. So thank you so much, Lady, for all the work that you do. I appreciate you, hun. All right. We got Von Bryan in the building tonight. Greetings, peace, joy, and longevity. He's in the building tonight. Thank you for being here. Listen, man, introduced to some, but a lot of y'all already know what it is. The lovely, the powerful, the quiet but more powerful woman that it is. Give it up for Jeannie in the building tonight. All right. And then moving down, I see I got my boy 5100 in the building tonight. Make sure y'all subscribe to 5100. It's CJ, the one half of that in the building tonight. All right. Then we got What We Know podcast, which also half of that podcast will be in the back tonight. So I'm glad that they're in the building tonight. All right. Now, happy birthday. I want to kick a shout out to my boy, IX Sale. It's birthday, man. Happy birthday to you, my guy. Happy birthday. Yes, sir. All right, man. Enjoy your birthday, man. Enjoy your birthday. We got Truth and Purpose Nexus in the building tonight. He said, whoa. Yeah, man. It's about to be one tonight. And then last but not least, one of the queens of Black Man Unfiltered Network. Give it up for yours truly, the one and the only, the beautiful and talented Queen Smiley is in the building tonight. If you've seen her face, you won't want to go to any other place. All right. And then we got Bolo. Bolo's in the building tonight. What's going on, Bolo? Bolo's in the building tonight. Thank you so much, Bolo, for being here tonight. Bolo TV, make sure you go subscribe to Bolo TV as well. All right. IXL, man, no, nothing but love, baby. Enjoy your birthday, man, and everything that comes with it, and have a great year, and see you on your next one, my guy. All right, so I want to bring up my panel that's in the back right now that's going to start us off tonight. I first want to start out with my brother from another mother. JT is in the building tonight. Let's give it up for JT. All right, I'm not gonna prolong the time. Let's give it up. His name is Mr. Ben, and he ain't never in it. Let's get him in the building. Yes, sir. All right. I got my little brother from another mother in the building tonight. He's my little brother because he's short, but he's my older brother because he's older. Let's give it up for my boy. Mandrell is in the building tonight. Going on. All right. Now listen, guys, you already know this man. This man right here, this is a cold brother. All right. It's a cold brother. I seen this man get it in the other night like I've never seen him get it in before. He in the building tonight. Let's give it up for my boy. Freezy is in the building tonight. What's going on?
No captivity with Freezy.
Yeah. All right, man. So
I'm close, Freezy. I'm close to getting you.
You about the closest one.
I'm close to getting you, Freezy.
All right, man. It's good to see y'all, man. I see Quincy is in the building tonight. He's also a member of the channel. Appreciate you, brother, for being in the house tonight, my guy. Appreciate you. All right, man. So I want to talk to my guys real quick. How's your week been going so far? We'll start with my boy Freezy. How's your week been going so far, man? And what you been up to, brother? And how's the family?
Oh, they're doing pretty good, man. It's been a blessed week, and I just been like trying to concentrate on, hustling, doing my thing, with the work that I do, and I've been paying close attention to old Ye Dog, Kanye West. I've been paying close attention to him. He's been on my radar real strong. I know Mandrell don't like that, but he been on my radar.
You put him on your radar if you ain't figured it out yet. Right. I mean, why you ain't figured it out yet, I don't know. But
so Mandrell, how's your week been going so far, my guy? How's everything going with the family? How's mom? How's Shushu doing, man? How's your baby doing? All that good stuff. Your relationship, all that good stuff. How's it been?
Well, the relationship is phenomenal. My mother is doing fantastic. She's actually happy for a change. She's hoping I'm getting married, so she's happy about that.
Oh man, come on with it, mama.
So there's that to deal with. She moms me this week. Okay, listen, you're gonna have to learn how to cook. I know how to cook. Who taught you? You did. Oh yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's weird stuff like that. But she has new recipes and stuff. She's trying to teach me and whatnot. And
So let me ask you a question real quick before we move on. Who's the better cook out of you and your mom?
oh, listen, when it comes to certain things, I have not caught up with her with some dishes. Other dishes I've surpassed her in, but like her recipe for tuna fish.
Yeah.
She's had people pay her real money to make tuna fish when they have like parties or whatever, or like college universities have paid her to make her tuna fish. Like it doesn't taste like tuna fish. It's that good.
Dang.
I'm close to it, but when I taste it, it's like it just ain't there yet. It ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to certain, it's like 'cause I'm meticulous when it comes to things like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be either the exact same or better. I'm just like, what is it she doing with this? You know what I'm saying? I've been at her house and I was okay, Mama, walk me through this. I have all the ingredients. I bought them. And she, okay, this, that, and we do it right. I'm not giving the recipe or nothing. But she's okay. All right, this is what I've done. Okay, you did the right thing. Okay, everything's right. I said, everything's right? She said, yeah. Wait a minute. And then she'll add an ingredient. I'm just like, oh, so I had too little of that. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is.
But I bet she don't use no measuring cups.
I don't either.
It's called the love.
Yep, the love.
Yeah, neither do I. Not with that. The stuff she taught me, I don't need a measuring cup.
Yeah.
And also her baked beans, like when you barbecue and stuff like that, her baked beans. I've seen people do all kind of crazy stuff, and they are no match. Like they don't come close to her baked beans. No one has yet. And you know me, I keep it fair. No, I've never tasted anyone's baked beans come anywhere near hers.
So does she put, is it like a meaty onions?
No meat.
No meat, onions?
No meat.
She cut up some onions in that thing?
She gets vegetarian beans. Ooh. There's not even any meat in the can. No meat in it at all.
I would definitely try it.
And and I'm telling you, like people get disappointed if she doesn't make them. And like we would barbecue at the house, if she didn't make the baked beans, people would be disappointed.
Man,
they come looking for it, and it's like she's a phenomenal cook, and that's one of those things I aspire to be.
That means, hey Mandrell, that means when you barbecue, you can't be bullshitting.
Oh, I don't bullshit with the barbecue. She taught me how to barbecue because my dad couldn't cook. That wasn't his thing. Cooking was not phenomenal guy, the old man, but cooking, the man would burn boiling water.
Yeah.
The man would burn boiling water. I swear. He couldn't cook for it. Oh, everything else, top marks across the board. Cooking, I remember being a kid and wanting to cry just to swallow this shit he would make. I want to cry. I hated it.
So as we know, not Queen Smile, as we know, Shoo Shoo is back in. Got a nice role in the book of power, and we want to make sure we send a shout out to Shoo Shoo.
Which one?
Yeah,
Canaan, raising Canaan.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, so she's gonna be in the third season of that.
That's what's up.
So we definitely gonna give some love out to her tonight, man. If she's watching, man, we love you, Shoo Shoo.
Got through watching that,
and congratulations on your part, Mr. Bennett.
Yes, sir.
How's everything been going with your daughters in school? You being an empty nester. How's the wife? How's the family, man? What's going on?
Things are going very well. Figure God bless me with that another year. Project 53 started yesterday, so
yeah, happy birthday to Mr. Bennett.
Happy birthday, brother.
So my wife, took good care of me yesterday. I'll just leave it at that.
So,
Happy Valentine's.
Sweetest day.
Hey, Mr. Bennett, sounds to me like you was up to the devil's business.
Nah, it's holy business. Holy.
It's holy.
Okay.
Battle bed is undefiled.
No pun.
All right.
Mr. Bennett said that was divine.
Huh?
Sister made me some oxtails with some lima beans. Yummy. So
All right.
If you. That's what I'm talking.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Black man. The recipe for this week. Incidentally, I forgot to say. Like I like pot pie, right? But my mom made a homemade pot pie.
Mm.
Holy shit. Like seriously, I mean, bruh, it'll make you run across town. You'll fight. Like it will make you. If someone tried to come get it off your plate, let me taste it. You'll fight somebody.
We just slap your mama.
No, say your wife. You know what good women do. You're at a restaurant, you're eating. Let me taste a little bit of yours. You would get up, Freezy. You get up, and I mean, from way back here, slap her clean in the face.
I know what you mean, though.
I mean, it was that good.
Yeah,
it was that good, man. I said, huh. I mean, it was a homemade pot pie, and I was like, wow.
Hey, can your girl cook?
Yeah, she can cook.
Have you eaten her cooking? Who's the better cook?
I don't know yet. Wait, hold on now. Listen, hey man, look, don't get me in no. Listen, ain't he starting already? Look, hey, don't get me. Listen, man. Look, we'll find out. She been running her mouth about that.
Okay.
Yeah, she doubts the skills, but I told her, I said, listen, don't ever do that. What? Doubt me, because I will prove you wrong.
Absolutely. Hey, listen. So, last but not least, my boy JT, how's everything going, man? With the family, with your lady, bro? With the kids, just life in general, bro. How's everything going with you, man?
Oh man, everything is going great over here, bro. It's going good, bro. I cannot complain. I'm just trying to keep from being sick. Damn, DL. Shout out to DL Saint. His ass gave me that damn cold all the way from Florida.
Man, hey, listen, and because the other day when I was talking to you, boy, you sounded like Pat LaBelle with hemorrhoids. I was like, golly.
Hey, look, I wasn't even full sick. I don't even let it get to that. I got that that scratch. I was like, oh hell no.
But what did I tell you to do though? We're in the barbershop. What did I tell you to do to get rid of that?
I did that already. That was good.
Well,
that's probably why I'm straight. Yeah, I'm there. You see, I'm right here. We're doing the show. Everything is all right.
If you want,
I put it in my face.
If you want the congestion to get loosey, you gotta eat that.
Yeah, Mandrell.
That shit, it cures everything.
Yeah, NyQuil ain't got shit on them juices.
Look how smooth my skin is. Look at it now.
Look at Mr. Bennett.
And I literally was going to ask you. I thought you had like some zinc, some garlic, some. I thought you had some sort of old school recipe for that.
Yeah, one of them old school homemade recipes or something like that.
Some zinc, some garlic tabs, some echinacea or something. But nah, you went.
She took all that. I got it out of her.
Now that y'all mentioned, I feel a little sick coming on.
I think a lot of guys are about to get sick tonight.
Yeah, get sick.
Oh my God.
Season.
Yeah, something going on. Oh my God. Hey, listen, guys. Listen, a storm came through the other night. And as y'all see my monitor back there, man, ever since that lightning came through the other night, that TV ain't came on since.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to take it out the wall and chunk it, bro. I tried today. It'll come on, start static, and go right off. I was like, damn.
Hey, Black Man, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Since you're trying to get me in trouble, who cooks better, you or your wife?
Let's go back to the chat. We got
exactly. Yeah, there we go.
We got Queen Smile in the building tonight.
Just terrible.
All right. Now listen.
What's she saying? Just terrible. Terrible what? What's terrible?
Yeah. Now listen. If you get sick, tell her open her legs and eat that shit. Okay. Listen. All right.
Wow.
So listen, guys. We're here tonight to have a conversation, man. I'm glad we got to laugh some good laughing in, man. Let's get the likes up, guys. Listen, if you want to help me replace this monitor, go ahead and send me something in my cash app here. It's rolling at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and send
No. You YouTube rich. You don't need no money.
Mandrell already gave me Mandrell. Mandrell said he gonna give me half on the set. I'm gonna put an 85-inch back here. So Mandrell gonna give me half of the 85-inch. I'll pay for the other half. All right.
Wait, when did I say that? I wasn't there for that conversation.
See, you don't stop lying in this month. Okay.
I wasn't there for that conversation.
Yeah, you was.
I don't remember that.
Hey, Mr. Bennett, Queen Smiley said, Mr. Bennett, that's y'all being sick. Yeah.
No. Y'all got the medicine.
Yeah, y'all got the medicine.
Y'all got the medicine. That's all.
Yeah, for itchy, congestion.
I don't think. Wait. Hold on. Now, there's a limit. I don't think the ladies want to mess with us if we itching.
No, I'll take throat itching, food.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's different, you know.
Yeah, Mandrell sitting on the end of the bed like this. You ready? You ready?
You ready?
I can hear Mandrell. Mandrell sit on the end of the bed. Mandrell, she walking in. What's wrong, Mandrell? Mandrell, what is it?
It's ready. Yeah. I'm ready.
Oh,
I don't talk like that though. That sounds more like Kanye West.
okay.
But,
So,
you
guys,
know.
I do want to hop into the conversation. So, I want to ask the question around the room, man. The title of tonight is, men are tired. And I want to go around the room and just talk with you guys, just have a serious conversation with you guys about the state of black men, right? The mental state of black men right now, and what black men are going through and what they're dealing with, death of their loved ones, their moms, their dads, their kids.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Dealing with, depression, dealing with no jobs, everything like that. Just so where do you think we are right now, Mr. Bennett, as far as the mental state of black men in the world right now?
I don't like to use the word tired because I think that's sort of like a fatalist, almost like you're about to quit kind of attitude. I think clearly there's a lot of frustration to go around, especially when it comes to a lot of our men with the parental rights. I think that's a huge one. I think you bring kids into the equation and the stresses that can bring on a man. You can get over, I think, a work situation. You can get over, finding another job, another career, whatnot. You can work on a lot of that stuff, even relationally, dealing with a woman. But once you have children involved, I think that's a major sticking point for a lot of men. But even then, I guess a lot of it, based on the circles that I travel in, I travel around men who are basically handling their business. And so, for us, though, it's important to have that, again, that encouragement. You need the collective, you need the barbershop, you need the environment that doesn't have you shine away from issues or problems, but pushes you forward, gives you mentoring, gives you counseling, gives you skills to go ahead and do the work. So I haven't seen too many guys who have sort of, in that sense of despair. I don't see despair, but I do see a lot of confusion and just trying to figure out in terms of how to operate in the world, especially for younger guys. It's basically just looking at how should I be moving in this world, and then looking for mentorship and counseling on how to do that. But I'm not seeing the level of despair. And most of the guys who are in my, Gen Xers that I'm around, we're all of us are kind of going to that next phase of our lives to see what we're going to do. But all of us have raised successful families, children. Most of us have our marriages together. But so so I think it's a state of confusion. It's frustrating, no question, being a man in 2022, a black man in 2022. But people ask, well, what can we do about it? What should we do next? Or what direction do I need to go in? So I think they need, those are the skills that they need more so than anything. But I wouldn't say tired. As a collective of us, no, I'm not there yet.
Okay. All right. And Mandrell, what are your thoughts?
Okay. The question is what exactly?
Well, the question is, what do you think it is right now? A lot of black men are suffering loss loss of marriage, loss of children, death in the family. So what do you think the mental state is right now? Do you think black men are just tired? They're just tired, right? Do you agree?
I think black men have been tired. Yeah. But the thing is, nobody cares. So, and you're taught not to get help. And see, quietly as it's kept, there's no cure for depression. You know what I mean? The only thing you can do about that is wait it out.
Yeah.
That's literally all you can do. And you can do things to distract yourself. That's why they say, hey, if you work out, things get better. You do. That helps. You feel better. You lose weight, you feel better. You know what I'm saying? The body chemistry is working especially if you're down to a healthy weight, the body chemistry is working at an optimal level.
Right.
You know what I mean? It does help, but it doesn't cure it. But when it comes to depression, you want to do as much as you can because you don't know you really don't know what your threshold is with depression until you hit it.
Right.
But by the time if you hit it, you're walking off of a bridge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when you find out what your limit is, when you do yourself in. But I mean, we're not there yet, most of us. but there's no help for you. So it has no choice but to be in the shitter. You know?
Yeah.
No one cares. No one hears us.
Yeah. All right. And JT, what are your thoughts, man?
Kind of like with Mr. Bennett on that. Guys that's pretty much around my age and the ones that I do hang around, it's kind of like we're coming out of that, because it is where we don't, took care of our family. We either are, way more deep into our marriage right now with the woman that we have, or we have a new relationship, such as myself.
Congratulations.
And it's just, it's kind of like how we change our lives. One of the things I can say is that it took me at least 15 years, man, to recover from a divorce. And it probably took a little bit longer than that for me to recover mentally, Yeah. And I didn't know that I was even that bad off until I got out of it. But the generation that's behind us, that's the generation that's about to catch it real bad, because our generation, most of us, we kind of like, we waited it out. This is this year, this time of the year right now, normally I go into a depression. It's not something like I'm sad or something like that, but it's just because I'm living up north where the sun doesn't come out as much as it does in the summertime. So it's kind of like my body, it changes, I get tired, a lot. So what I ended up doing was I changed my diet like 3 years ago. I changed even the way that I even I operate. I used to come home, and I've always had more than one job. So I used to come home from one job, take a nap, and go and do another job. I ended up stopped doing that. I don't have to do all of that no more, but I just started making myself more active, taking naps and stuff like that, especially during this time of the year up north. It's wear and tear on your body. It's not good for your body at all. And I've always lived by the creed of just, if I got 4 hours, 6 hours to sleep, I'm straight. I'm good, because I get rest. I don't sleep because I'm tired. I actually get rest, and I actually sleep. But a lot of the generation that's behind us, man, they do a lot of smoking. They smoke a lot of weed now. They drink a lot, too much alcohol, and they don't have a life that actually is where they can see, joy. It's not joy in their life. Right. Everybody, they're searching for the same thing. And it's like everybody wants to be happy. Nobody wants to be joyful.
Right.
So I can agree with it on one end with the younger generation, but I'd rather, have them to talk about it. Because me, I'm happy. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. I'm good.
Brother JT, would you agree though that joy takes a while? Like, there's happiness and then there's joy. It's like happiness is usually for the moment, but
yeah,
one thing I've come to realize over time is that joy, you got to have to sort of take a look back over things. You've had to have lived some. You have to go through some things and come to a point to say, okay, well, here I am, and I'm still here, and I'm still present. I got my mind, my faculties right, and whatnot. So it seems like joy is something that you just can't get just like. No,
you got to you have to reevaluate. You have to reevaluate your life and the direction that you wanted to go in, and you got to stop wanting for things that you already have, like happiness. You already have it, but you just gotta you got to reevaluate life and from the inside and from the outside. So I definitely agree with that.
Joy is I always found that the scripture said joy comes in the morning. Like it's later. It's for a young person to have joy at this point. It's like I'll be asking, well, have you lived enough?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Young people are they're not gonna know what joy is, because it's just like you said, Mr. Bennett. They haven't lived enough. They don't have the life experience. Only thing they know is either it's like a stage play, either comedy or tragedy. Mm-hmm. Either they're gonna laugh their ass off, or they've lived a life of nothing but pain and hurt, and none of that was their fault either way. This generation today, they spend the bulk of their time sedated in one form or another. Just like you guys said, alcohol, or weed.
Stimulation. That's all they want is stimulation.
They're just sedated all the time.
Yeah.
So they're unproductive. No one's pushing them to get educated. No one's pushing them to seek a trade, get a trade or a skill. No one's teaching them anything. So one day they're gonna sit back and look at their life and like, damn, what the fuck have I been doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's when he's gonna say
in a way, Mandrell, like you're a science fiction buff like I am, but don't you realize like in a lot of the science fiction, like the classics, it's like they always had these similar themes, right? And one of them is like everyone's drugged up.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. One of them is
like
that, like
it's
that. Yeah.
A lot of them. It's just everyone's just in a but that's how the societies go.
Yeah, and the thing is, here's the thing about it though, about pain and suffering. We must go through it. We must endure it. We must experience it because there has to be struggle. There has to be pain. There has to be these hard things because if we don't have them, then there'll be no reason to live. Like think of it. If no one was hungry, we got rid of world hunger. We got rid of all diseases. We got rid of the need for want in general as a whole. There'll be no then what incentive would there be to innovate?
It'd be death.
You're right. The only reason you have to live is to die. I mean, there'll be no incentive to innovate or create or do anything.
Everything
everything's taken care of. Yeah, everything's taken care of. Why?
So let me get Sir Hale in here. Sir Hale, welcome. Sir Hale speaks to the show tonight. Sir Hale speaks. You see the title of the show in Black Men, we're just tired. What do you think the mental state of Black men are with everything that's going on in the world right now? What do you think we are mentally as a whole?
It's an interesting question, and I rushed to get on because of this.
Yeah.
I've been doing like a lot of talks lately, and when you're in a particular context, so whether you're Black or whatever context you're in, you see it from that lens. Well, these last couple of weeks, man, I'm starting to realize that the fatigue that a lot of men feel, this is shared in a lot of different places. And the concern is not being tired. That's the human part. The frustration is our fatigue is being invalidated, that there's no space for us to be tired. And you just got to keep on going on. I went through a depression 2 months ago. I went through it 2 months ago. Give me a minute. Yep. Deep. And you want me to tell you what the advice was? Because I'm successful and I got things going on. Y'all want me to tell you what the advice was?
What was it?
Hey, life hard sometimes. You gotta get through it. And I'm sitting here like, thank you. I really appreciate thank you. It was wonderful advice. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for that.
Right. That's the answer they give you.
But that's what men get.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't get what's really going on. You don't get
the how.
Yeah, we don't get what's going on. We don't get to explain the details, because most people have a depth for hearing women's issues. Most people don't have a depth for understanding the issues of men because our issues run deep and they're really tight. They're compacted together, and we get told to just get through it. And the more you get told to just get through it, you get to that point in life where ain't no more getting. I ain't got nothing in the tank, and then we just collapse and we quit. So I think that a lot of men are exhausted, but that's not the issue. It's that fatigue is invalidated, and a lot of people are unwilling to really get into what's going on with men.
So I'm gonna segue into something, Sir Hale, because that's what I was gonna do anyway before you came up. I want to play this video real quick, and we'll discuss it afterwards. Here we go.
Men get tired. We get tired. God, we get tired. And don't nobody give a damn. The folks you think could give a damn don't give a damn. Sometimes your kids don't even give a damn. And in the face of such hurt, heartbreak, rejection, confusion, a lot of men are just out here lost. And waking up every day is a miracle. Some people go to sleep and will be all right. We're not waking up.
Ooh. At the end, it said some people go to sleep and wouldn't mind not waking up.
Now, here's the thing. I was there once upon a time. I can speak to that.
Yeah, go ahead, Mandrell. Go first. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, that was there once upon a time. I was kind of indifferent on life. I mean, if I live, I live. If I don't, I don't. In fact, probably be doing me a favor if I just didn't. You know, I thought I would be happy if I didn't wake up the next day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just life didn't have any real meaning. And even now that I've flushed so much stress, so much worry, so much bullshit out, you know what I'm saying? To the point where I'm healthy, I'm just exhausted. It has drained me so much. I'm tired all the time. I am tired when I wake up in the morning. I'm tired in the afternoon. I'm tired right fucking now. I'm exhausted. I took a nap when I called you before we went on air, right?
Yeah.
The second I opened my eyes, I picked up the phone and called you. I was asleep. And I was on, if anyone saw you, I was on DL Saints show. You know what I'm saying? From DL Saints show, I went straight to bed, woke up, got on here, and I'm going to sleep right after I leave here too. I'm tired all the time, and people don't understand, like, and men don't either. The more stress that you're under, it is taking a toll on you. We don't realize it because we're like, okay, got to take care of this, got to take care of it, because things have to get done. That's just our lot in life. We got to get shit done, but we don't see what it's doing to us. It's fucking exhausting. I have a headache right now. You know what I'm saying? It's no joke. You know, and people, and here we are on these panels, and you hear men who, some of them are going through stuff, some of them aren't, but the message is the same. We're telling our women what is hurting us, what our problems are, what's bothering us. Even they don't hear us. And they're supposed to be the ones to inspire us to be better. So at the end of the day, there's no one. And like Sir Hale said, you talk to somebody, well, you just got to get through it. You know, you just got to, Sir Hale, you know, you having problems, you guys just get through that shit. How? That's what I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I do that? I want to get through it. That's why I'm talking to you about it. But where's the answer? You know, you'll be all right. You just keep living, and you know, things turn out okay.
Hey, man up, man. Man up. Get through it.
Yeah.
If you don't fight, you don't eat. Be a lion.
Right. And you sitting there like this, like, what? That was just unhelpful. You know what I mean? And I think I found the answers I found, but like, there's a lot of honest, earnest effort that I put into actually seeking the answers. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when people ask me for help on subjects like this, I can actually give you an answer and explain what's going on with you and explain why you should take this route as opposed to that one. I've been through those routes, but I stayed cognizant of myself and self-aware enough to not take it too far. Once I see the point, like, okay, if I keep going here, I'm going to end up walking off that bridge. Okay, now that I know what's at the end of this tunnel, let me turn around and explore all the rest of them. I've been through, I've been through the hell that men go through, almost every direction. I put myself through that just to seek answers, just for knowledge, and for my own ends. And now I'm fucking tired, man. I really am.
Yeah,
I go and work out, man, and then afterwards I'm just like, I've never had to take pre-workout to work out ever. I've never taken any kind of supplements to work out. Today, I gotta take a pre-workout.
And you know what, Mandrell, I want to say to you, man, thank you for sharing that, man, with us, bro, and being vulnerable in this moment to share that, bro. I all jokes aside, man, I really appreciate you sharing it, because somebody needs to hear that, right? Somebody may be in the same situation you in right now watching this, and you may have just helped somebody. So thank you, man, for opening up. I want to get Freezy in here because I know Freezy has gone through a lot in the past almost year, right? So, you know, Freezy, what are your thoughts on what you just heard Kevin Samuel say, and then how can you relate to that?
Well, first off, I want to say, man, I want to thank Sir Hale and Mandrell for sharing, you know, what you guys have experienced within the last few months or so. Right. It takes a lot of courage for especially Black men to, you know, I don't even want to say share weaknesses, but just share their vulnerabilities.
Right.
And And a lot of times in these days, you know, we're not allowed to be vulnerable. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, so, but I will say this: black men, we're receiving less support and nurture from our counterparts in these present times, and I think that's very huge. Black women have become more hypergamous. They've become more independent minded, right? Um, more women. Listen, we just got through talking. Mandrell just got through bragging about his mom, which was beautiful,
Right.
about cooking. I mean, this is a fundamental skill, right? But more women are less likely to cook, to make home cooked meals for them. And we think that's small, but that's very big. I mean, nutrition is huge. I'm very big on that. And I was just looking. It's funny we're covering this topic. I was just looking at a stat the other day. More men in general are on psych medications. I mean, right now, uh, in 2022, it's at the global. I'm going to say the global number as far as sales is a little. It's probably around 30 billion dollars, 30 billion dollars, right? Since 2020, it's probably been like a 15% increase in that. And the projected sales for these psych meds um towards 2025, they're projecting it to go up to about $40 billion. So it's not going to go down, it's going to go up. So this is a direct indication that men are very stressful, you know, especially black men. And so we I don't think that we're it's great that we're covering this topic, because I don't think we're pinpointing this enough, because a lot of men are self-deleting themselves too. I want to talk about that
Yeah,
more.
yeah, I got a whole thing for that too, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
in the
on top of
show.
it. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge topic.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be long-winded. But yeah, it's a big problem. And it's so many caveats we could go into as far as men giving up on their own sexuality. I mean, it's just, you know, just going in a desperate route just for comfort, right? We don't even talk about that. But yeah, so yeah, this is a great topic. And once again, man, salute to Sir Hill and Drelly and all the men on the panel, you know.
Hey, can I speak on that right quick? What he was just talking about as far as like nutrition.
Yeah, go ahead and
eating.
go ahead and go into the video first, then go into that, and let us know what you think and about what you heard Kevin say.
So, yeah, I definitely agree with what Kevin was talking about when he said that men are tired. One of the reasons is because we keep trying to find the answer, the solution. We keep trying to find the conclusion. And in all actuality, the conclusion may not be time for the conclusion. It may not be time for the answer. One of the things I had to learn was that I couldn't, you know, fix everything. I had put more investment into other people's feelings than into my own well-being. And that was one of the biggest things that I know that was it was tearing me up, you know, because let's be honest, man, there's not another, when it comes down to, and I don't like to use the word loyal, but I have to use it in this. It's not another loyal person than the black man right now in America. And that's to family. And one of the reasons is because we got so much against us, man, especially once we get put into that system and we get our kids taken away from us or torn away from us, or somebody trying to tell us how to be a parent to our kid, man, that's stressful. Then you got men that, you know, you don't have the means all the time to be able to do what you want to do for your kids. And, you know, we already know what kids is. It don't matter what you're going through. When they're little kids, you got to take care of those kids. That's just what it is.
Right.
But we've been we've been browbeaten so bad, and I'm talking about the image of the man, whether he is black or white. I'm talking about the image of the man, period. We're not looked at as firm, stern, but gentle and kind. We're not looked at as that. We're looked at as the enemy. We're looked at as the enemy. And that right there is just, it got me to a point where, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my platform, I'm really not in the business. I'll leave it to somebody else to talk to the young ladies. I'm talking about the 18 and 20-year-olds. I'd rather talk to the men, because those are the people that's supposed to have infrastructure with our society. And right now that infrastructure is going away, it's depleting very fast. And when you see how many of these, you think we going through problems, you think you going through some problems, Mandrell, you're figuring it out. They're not even trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
They're not even trying to look for a conclusion.
I was trying to look for answers. Yeah,
it's terrible.
It takes effort.
Yes. But let me speak on what Freezy was just talking about, being cooked for and all. Just for a person to cook for another person. This has nothing to do with sexuality. It is a very intimate thing to do, because you're putting something in your body and you trust that somebody is going to do it. This is why when you date, you take them out to eat. First and foremost, you get a chance to learn what that person is about when you're eating. School used to be where they used to teach kids, and this is what the Black Panthers used to do. While they're teaching their children, guess what those children are doing? They're eating. They're taking in information while they're getting nutrition also. When you date with someone, that's the purpose of going and taking them out to eat. Not how much you spending on a meal, not all these things that they got. It's about being able to gain a person's trust and being intimate. It's the most intimate thing that you can do with a person on the side of having sex, is to be able to cook for that person. And a woman doesn't even understand their power. When you can cook, that man is going to trust everything about you. It don't matter what it is that you cook. That's what it's about. It's not about you doing your wifely duties and all these different things. It's about gaining trust.
Can I answer this as well? Yeah. This barbershop, right? So we can just be transparent tonight. Yeah. So I have learned that most men are taking care of people that won't take care of them. Mm-hmm. It was a lesson that hit me really hard late last year, early this year, where I went through, and Black Man, I've called you and Mandrell about this. Yeah. And I'm talking about going through a dark time. Yeah. And people who I'm taking care of, I'm there, I'm like taking care of, like they taking care of them. Relatives. And I'm telling them, hey, look, I'm going through a tough time right now. And they could not hear me. They just kept saying, well, but you got stuff. You get to do stuff. It's like they could not hear me. I mean, they were listening to what I was saying, but they couldn't hear me. And I'm sitting there like what's happening? You know what I mean? Like I'm sharing like you can clearly look at my face until I'm going through something. Right. But it taught me that a lot of men, we feel like in this entire globe, we talk about all these billions of people, you can feel like you're by yourself. And that's the dangerous part. When you on this planet and you feel like no one can really understand what you're going through, or you feel like you want to protect people from you in that moment. Right. Like you don't want to put that negativity off or that depression on anybody. And it taught me that a lot of men out here, this is why podcasts like this, it's almost like there's a brotherhood. Because a lot of us, we don't get this level of conversation with the people that say that they love us the most. And this is not just a Black issue. Like I used to think because I'm Black that it just pertains to us. But in doing these talks, man, it's men of every color, men of every class. I did a short clip of something, and I had police officers, local men, workers, people who working at warehouses, just reenacting it. And it showed me that this issue that we're dealing with this fatigue and this exhaustion, this tired, feeling invisible until something's needed of us, this thing happens with a lot of men. And the truth be told, I'm just being Black man, let me be real. a lot of us black men, we make people look better than they actually are because we cover stuff and we don't tell the truth about what's really going on. Like we don't tell the truth about our experience with people. We keep stuff covered. And that does something to us on the inside. So having these talks and me seeing a Paul Bennett and a CJ and a Hink and a Freeze and a Mandrell and a JT, a Black Man Unfiltered, this gives me some hope to know that I'm not the only one going through. And if I got somebody to just vent to, that's half the battle itself, just being heard.
You know what? I want to say something too. Since I've been in these spaces, I've been on a few panels. I've been on quite a few panels. And let me tell you something. You know, Black Man, you got something special. Sir Hill, you got something special. A lot of these panels, and you know, let me just keep it real. A lot of these dudes they just corny as hell, and you can't talk and get transparent like this because you know, here come the jokes, here come the little snickering, here come all the little, you know, all the little immature innuendos and bullshit. And this why, let me tell you something, this is a perfect topic because I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of these immature, inexperienced, just corny dudes. Like, where the grown men at that can have grown conversations? This is, you know, okay, of course, we have problems with our black women, but we should be able to come to our black brothers. That's very important as well. You understand what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to call. Yes, that's why I love Black Man Mandrell. I can call these brothers and tell them exactly what's on my mind, what I'm going through, and we're gonna have a real conversation, a grown man conversation. Not once are they gonna make me feel bad and be like, "Damn, what's wrong with you, nigga?" You know, and turn the conversation on me like I'm just this weak ass dude. No, it's about building with one another, not tearing each other down. And that's what I've seen these spaces have become.
And even sometimes, even when something like that is said, how you take it though, it's even in love. Like I'd be like, come on, man, like what's wrong with you or whatever, but it's not coming from a place to put you down. It's like, there's just a way that we communicate with each other when we know that we have each other's back. You can have the hard conversation or you can even check your brother, but you know it's coming from a place of, I want you to be better. It's coming from a spot of love. So I think that, you know, who you allow into your space, into your circle to have that kind of intimacy with. So you can, like I said, you can bear, but be willing to take it. But at the end of the day, I mean, because I've been in some of these, the backroom channels that we've had, and there have been some brothers who hashed it out. And I'm like, whoa, it's always at the end.
Right.
We hug it out. I've seen the brothers hug it out. So it's just a beautiful thing when you have that when you have those kind of guys in your corner. So I agree with you that it's important.
We got brother CJ just came in the room. We got Bernard in the building as well as my boy Hink. Hink, you came in first. Hink, what are your thoughts on? I don't know if you got to see Kevin. Did you get to see Kevin?
Yeah. I seen. I don't know if you showed another video besides that one, but yeah, I seen.
Okay, yeah. So what are your thoughts on what Kevin said and where we are right now as black men?
Well, let me say something real fast about this. Freezy, stop going to them places.
That's
stop
real.
entertaining. Stop logging on to them. Most of the shit we can control, and then if we can control it, when we need to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So if we can control it, we can do something about it, then we need to make them adjustments. I say it all the time before I leave off most shows, man. Black man, protect yourself at all times. And, you know, most people think I'm talking about from the white man or the police or women. Fuck them all. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about sometimes we got to protect ourselves from ourselves. Because we don't do shit we need to be doing.
Yep.
I say something about getting your blood work, getting your prostate checked, getting your colonoscopy. Get your heart disease is the biggest killer of black men. That and diabetes. We know our sugar take is the worst. We got some of the baddest eating habits in the world. We all know this. But those things that we can control, we can do something about. So do it. No excuses. Stop putting off excuses. We don't have room for excuses as men. We all know this. We have no room. They look at us like, like we can't be, we're the toughest thing. And we know we're not. We know we're not. But some things, we just can't have no excuses. Another thing is, I always tell, go get therapy. Get on somebody's couch and somebody's Zoom meeting. I say it all the time. Now, do I know we have a history of, as black men especially, oh, I ain't going to see no therapist. I ain't crazy. You know how we used to do back in the days? Oh, why are you going to see a therapist? You crazy? Ain't got nothing to do with you being crazy. You just need to vent. You just need to have somebody to talk to. Not everybody has a person they can talk to and feel they can hold water, as we say in our neighborhood. It's just some people just don't have that. Now, it's a blessing if you do. It really is. If you got a guy on your team that can hold water, you can trust with anything and everything, even if it's the grimiest shit in the world, and he can hold it, that's a blessing. Not everybody has that. Yeah. So now I got to find somebody who I can express certain things to, be vulnerable with, maybe even shed a tear to. Things we can control, we have to do. You're not less of a man. You're not. And if you think you are, you need to have a different conversation then.
Well, Hank, to be fair,
before you do that, Mandrell, shout out to Security Boss in the building tonight. Appreciate you for being here.
That's good, boss.
Also, I want to kick a shout out to, let's see here, Queen Smiley first. Queen Smiley says, you said something when you said that happiness and joy are two different things. And yes, it takes time to get to your joy. And then we have a $20 super chat from Ronnie Hunter. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you, my guy. All right, go ahead, Mandrell. Finish.
Well, hold on, Mandrell. Let me finish up real fast.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, sometimes we got to be selfish on certain things, though. We know as men, we give. We know. But sometimes you got to be selfish. And when you get to that point, you got to know when to step back. We also need to learn how to say no for our own mental and emotional. And it might have to be to family members. It might have to be your mother. It might even have to be your kids. Because at the end of the day, man, you got to do what's best for you. Like Mandrell talking about he's tired. He needs rest. He's not getting... Get your rest. Whatever going on around you, shut it down. Take them old man naps. Hated when we was a kid. We knew it. We felt like we could go all day. But shit, what I wouldn't do right now, they better take one. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. If you don't stop, your body will stop it for you. Yeah. And it will shut down. Your mind say, man, I can go. Your body said, the hell I can. And you don't want your body to force you to shut down. We don't want that. I mean, I remember it was a while back, but I had a panic attack. Man, I thought I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. It was the first time I ever had a panic. I never had a panic attack in my life before. All of a sudden it happened that day. I was so scared. I said, fortunately enough, I wasn't here by myself. Because I don't know what I would have did if I was. Didn't want to go to the hospital. Didn't want to go to take ambulance. Because, during the time of COVID, I'm like, man, I don't go there messing around, get COVID and die in a damn hospital for my heart race. But I didn't realize I had a panic attack at the time. It wasn't until I had my appointment the next day with my doctor said, oh, you had a panic attack. I was just scared. I thought I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe, I was short of breath. I'm sweating, but it was cold outside. And I had to go into my basement. That's the only place where I felt it was cool enough for me to get myself together. I could rest and relax. And I stayed down about an hour and a half in my basement until my heart rate came down and I was good. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. I still got up and went to work. But took my appointment later that day and explained to the doctor, you know, hey, man, I don't know what went on. I was feeling, she said, yeah, you had panic attack. So that's scary. But that's because I was kept going and doing things, fundraisers for my son, taking my son here, there, doing this and that for other people, you know, just sacrificing, you know, getting my grandbaby, picking her up, keeping her while my daughter's doing other things with her and her partner, you know, so it just caught up with me. And it scared the hell out of me. So we have to learn how to just be selfish sometimes. So.
I want to say this. I'm going to add to that. I don't believe, and as you guys on the panel, thank you guys for being here. I don't remember, and this is just as serious as the conversation we can have tonight. I don't remember the last time I've had 8 hours of sleep. Anybody else on the panel feel the same way? I think I get 3.
I get it when I get it.
Honestly, I can't sleep 8 hours.
Or maybe.
What is that?
I get it where I can get it.
Sleep 8 hours or more. For some reason I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm off.
Like later in the day. Like I sleep on the weekends or a holiday weekend or something. I get that 8 or more in. By 5 o'clock, I'm sleepy again. So with me, it's always I've just been programmed like 6 hours, 6 maybe 7 is tops, but. Yeah, like the longer sleep doesn't necessarily does me any better. At least I have.
I've taken time. I got to be honest. I take my time, bro, because I work a lot. I work some long hours. So on the weekends, a lot of times, if I don't feel like getting up out that bed, I ain't getting up out that bed. I would sit there. I would turn that TV on, and I'll watch that until I go to sleep. Wake back up, go to sleep, whatever. Because my life is busy, you know. So one of the things I learned going to the doctor, and they were telling me when I had high blood pressure, it was like borderline high blood pressure. And at this time I was about 45 years old. And when the doctor told me that, they was like, well, are you stressed about something? I'm like, no, but I had to really reevaluate. And then when I really thought about it, I was always trying to get everything done. I just got to the point. I'm telling you right now, I'm 50. My kids are all grown. I'm not trying to get no other kids. My life is getting easier. It's going to get easier for me because if I don't, just like what Hink was just talking about, if I don't shut it down, my body going to shut it down.
Yeah.
I want to have a quality of life. I'm not worried about dying. It happens. You know, that's just what it is. It's over with.
Yeah.
It's over
once
you die.
Before you go,
I want to have a quality of life.
And before I get Bernard in here, before Sir Hale had a great point. Sir Hale said, "How many men?" And I'm gonna ask Bernard. I'm gonna go give this to Bernard, and then we'll spread it amongst the guys. How many men get asked this question? How are you doing?
Now every day.
Yeah.
Now I get every day. Before then, I mean, my mama. I still got my mama. So.
Yeah, other than that, like homeboy, girl, the next door, just who goes up to a man and just say, how are you?
Yeah,
I mean, but Bernard,
it's a conscious act. I try to certainly. I've gotten more cognizant to ask that question.
Yeah.
So I may not get asked, but I just feel almost like a responsibility to ask my brother, like because a lot of times we'll ask how you doing. And a lot of times it's you get to the task. So my wife is this, my kids are this. No, brother, I want to know how are you doing?
Yeah. And you know what? Before you go, Bernard, there was a guy that just was in court. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I just read this today. And he lost custody of his kids. No, he didn't lose custody. He went for a custody battle and they took the kids from him and whatever. They didn't, he lost. And he went to the car after it was over, sat in his car and blew his brains out. Right after it was over. Just, they found him it was bad. He was just, and nobody asked him. I guarantee you if somebody would have just stopped and said, hey man, how are you? How are you doing? I mean, that could have maybe prevented, but we're going to get into that deletion in a minute. But we got Bernard in the building. Bernard, how are you tonight, man? What's going on? How's your wife? I know your wife was injured in a car accident. How's your wife feeling?
She's doing good, man. She's in the next room. She's chilling, just doing what I'm supposed to be doing and doing what you think you're supposed to be doing as a man. And when I talked to my therapist, who I waited for a year, I might say, I specifically wanted him. I asked him a question. I said, what are people coming to you for? He said, the number one thing across the board, men and women come to me for is loneliness. He said, cross the board. I said, men and women? He said, cross the board. Because see, just like TD Jake says, women talk. We don't. Women ask us a question. We go in the cave and think about it. They want to answer then.
Right.
We analyze it. We're like, hold up. But then you come back 2-3 days later, they were like, don't worry about the question now. I asked you that a few days ago. No, we got to analyze things. You playing with Barbie, we playing with Army Men. You reading love novels, we're fixing cars. We're not learning nothing about relationships.
Right.
So then when you get into these battles with the women about your kids and you feel like you're not enough, you end up talking to a guy like me who took 48 sleeping pills because of it. And they never pumped my stomach. So I shouldn't even be here. Real talk, 2004. I shouldn't even be here. All right. That's my story. That's just what it is.
Wow.
To the point where my daughter said, like, Dad, I heard about it. I didn't know how to approach you about it because I was young. But I need you. Right?
Right.
But nobody still does what Black Man just said. Oh, how you doing? Then that turned from that to where I thought everybody needed an ass whipping to get on my nerves. I was just way past tired. Way past. I ain't care if you went to the church with me. I ain't care if you did something wrong. I think you should get your ass whipped about it. I was
Absolutely.
at that point.
Thank you, Unsolicited Security Boss, for the $20 super chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So with all that being said, that's without men like on this panel and people being around you and talking. Because just like everybody said, even with our own kids, if you're in the house with them, and Black Man Unfiltered and Sir Hill Speaks, and probably even my brother Paul Bennett, everybody has children in the house, you still know it's almost like a pass by. Hey, how was your day? All right.
Right.
Here's a cash app. Let's just be honest.
Right.
So the communication thing alone, but at the same time, I always tell my wife and I always tell her sister, her cousins. I said, who told y'all that men don't have feelings? Who told y'all that? Because I'm confused. I'm totally confused. And then back to what Hank said, and I think I've heard her Sir Hill Speak say it in a certain way, but I always say this: stop telling people stuff you should be telling your therapist. Stop. Because how many times we done got hurt from that? When I talk to Mandrell, I know it's not going nowhere. I talk to Black Man Unfiltered, I know it's not going nowhere.
Exactly.
If I talk to JT, I know it's not going nowhere. If I talk to Sir Hill, anybody up here, I can say on this panel, I can say, I know it's not going anywhere. And if it do go anywhere, it'll be in this village right here that we formed.
Exactly.
And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because I know you guys are hitting me on the back channels or IG or whatever. But my point is, we as men, and shout out to Security Boss, but watch where I go with this. That's the problem. She's not the one that needs to be here. The ones that need to hear it, they're not here.
Right.
I'm gonna call it. Y'all ain't gotta say it. I'll take it. Don't worry about it. That's the name of my show. Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth. That's the problem. She gets a lot of flack for what she's doing as a wife and trying to teach other women and get all that blowback. Right. That's the problem. The women that are here, they're here, but the ones that need to hear, they're not here.
Exactly.
Then if you say
she get a lot of pushback too. She get a lot of
pushback, even from some men, which I think is a punk move. Yeah, I said it. You can put me on the big screen. If any man come at any woman for doing what she's doing, or if you come at any woman, that's a punk move.
Facts.
Most definitely.
It's a punk move. Right. I'm gonna call it out like that because all my brothers up here, I can talk for everybody up here because we've all spent time with each other on these panels.
Right.
We take up for women. We don't do all that. We talk to each other. Right. All these men up here, I can talk for.
Yep.
I've talked to everybody up here. I'm good with that. And I'm glad that I found these brothers because I didn't even come to YouTube for that. But the way God and the universe or whatever you believe in works, we are here and we need to have these conversations. And this video right here needs to be shared because, you know, going back to what Hink was saying again, you know, I'm on this vegan pescatarian thing. I've been on it I haven't used a microwave in 2 years now. Yeah, I'm doing it by myself. Family members throwing shots. I'm like, oh, you're getting too small. You're looking like, yeah, but you're not my doctor. I know what size I'm supposed to be.
Right.
I know what size I'm supposed to be. So that's another thing when you're trying to do stuff on your own, lose weight or get an exercise. What I tell brothers right now, and Paul Bennett probably agree with me, my exercise bike is right there. Sometimes I'll just get on y'all stream, put it on my thing, and just ride. And I'm listening to you guys stream. Sir Hill Speaks. 10, 15 minutes gone. I done did about 15 miles on the bike. I'm good. I'm good. So, you know, we as men just have to support each other, man. It's not easy being married. It's not easy being single. And one of the biggest stories that always knocked me off my square all the time is when you got a brother like Mandrell said, I went to war and I went to war 2 or 3 times. And when I came home, everybody had somebody to go and hug. And I got off that plane 2 or 3 times with nobody waiting for me.
Man, that's tough.
Nobody's waiting for me.
I can vouch for that too. And I was married.
Facts. And everybody, it's just like Sir Hill and everybody was saying.
Hold it right there.
Mandrell was saying, you'll be all right. Hey, you'll be okay. Yeah, man, what's up? Oh, man, you can handle that. No, you can't handle that because you might be the last person that speak to Sir Hill and be like, I should have said that.
Wow. And you know what? Before we move forward, Unsolicited Security Boss says, thank you guys. I appreciate the support. All right. So shout out to Security Boss. We got Queen Smiley came in and said, just getting back to my keyboard. And let me tell you, I can't say how proud I am of the men on this panel. And then we have some super chats here. I'm going to get to them. We have one from, let's see here. Security Boss says another $20 super chat. She says, Black men, keep the conversation going. Lady Hale is in the building tonight. She said, BMU, this is a classic. Thank you for opening up the barbershop and allowing us to glean from the wisdom on this panel. And then we have Pokeman in the building tonight with a $20 super sticker. Thank you so much, Pokeman, for the $20 super chat. Now, listen, guys, one of the biggest things right now that I saw, they said that deletion amongst Black men and boys between the ages of 12 and 17 have increased 80% since 1994. Now, there's a doctor. Her name is, and if you guys want to look her up, whoever's watching in the audience, her name is Dr. Patrice Douglas. She deals with Black men. She deals with men that are wanting to delete themselves. And so I want to share this with you guys because we definitely need to have this conversation. And thank you guys again for being here tonight and being so vulnerable and open. This is a safe place for you guys. You know, we're not clowning tonight. We really want to help somebody tonight. So thank you guys for being here. But let me share this screen with you guys so we can so you can hear it. Give me just a second. All right, here we go. All right, so again, it was presented by Patrice Douglas, Dr. Patrice Douglas. I don't want to not say her name. She worked hard for it. And it's Black boys, Black men, and deletion. I'll say deletion. All right. So as I went through this slide to, as we can see here, it says they gave an introduction. Okay, let me get to it. It says facts about Black boys and suicide. It says self-reported suicide attempts for Black adolescents rose 73% between 1991 and 2017. Black boys increasingly likely to attempt deletion than Black girls, who have more adhesion than attempts. Black boys are engaging in more lethal means when attempting deletion than Black girls, which have increased by 122% between 1997 and 2017. Black boys are twice as likely to die by deletion, self-deletion than white youth. All right. I'm gonna go to the next slide here. That was about the boys. These are about black men. In 2014, 80% of self-deletion deaths in the black community were men. 80% was men, guys. We're going to discuss this in a minute. Recent research has observed that the Caribbean black men in the U.S. have the highest attempt rate for the African-American community. Firearms were the predominant method of self-deletion among African Americans, regardless of sex, age, or self-deletions. Suffocation was the second most prevalent method. Black men don't often recognize depression or trauma as an issue, therefore, don't associate it as a problem. Now let's go to the next one. All right, they give you the signs of self-deletion. Guys, this is for everybody that's watching. If you have someone in your family that's going through a deep depression, and these are the signs, I want you guys to go back and watch this. If you want a copy of this, if you want the link to this, if you want I can send it to you. Just email me at blackmanunfiltered@gmail.com. I will definitely put this in an email and send you this entire thing. All right. So you can be up on your sons, your husband, your uncles, because it is really, really bad. And they give you the typical signs of self-deletion. All right. Signs to watch for in black boys, which is important, right? Because we just read the percentage, it is went up 122%. But as you see here, the little boys become withdrawn more than usual. They have mood changes, angrier, unable to express emotions. Yeah, right. These are the things that we were told not to do as children, right? Rather avoid school, sleeping more often, not interested in usual activities, a change in music, watch for the lyrics, having difficulty in school, and not interested. All right. Now, if we go to the next one here, they do the signs for black men. I think we'll stop here, pause here, and discuss this. It says, don't focus necessarily on the typical routines such as work, social networks, and hobbies. Most black men are high functioning. That's what Hink just said, and will continue to do their normal activities, but suffering in silence. Listen, that's what we're here for tonight. Let me read that last sign again. Most black men are high functioning. That means we're working all the time. Mandrell just said it. I'm tired. We're working all the time. We're like machines. We don't sit down. We don't rest. We don't sleep. We barely getting 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep. And it says that black men are suffering in silence, increasing substance use for social to at home, and isolating when doing so. Irritable. We pissed off. We mad. Everybody know what irritable means? Over the smaller things. And the woman probably asking you, baby, it was just a blanket. It was just a glass on the counter that broke. But you're angry, right? It says you'll be irritable over smaller things, wanting to talk less at home or isolate from friends, especially on the weekends, discussing death and quality of life concerns, putting self in risky situations such as starting arguments, can lead to confrontation, activities then can lead to police involvement, inability to adapt to change, severe PTSD. I just saw this, someone, I think it was Quincy, in the chat. Thank you for being vulnerable as well in the chat, guys. Open up to us. We're here for you. He was in the chat talking about PTSD. He said he suffers from it as well. So hopefully this will help you as well, man. And again, if you guys want this, I can definitely email it to you. So just email me at blackmanunfiltered at gmail.com, and I will send it to you ASAP. Let's see what was next. So black men and boys suffer from high rates of PTSD, depression, anxiety. The risk factors are racism, police brutality, childhood trauma, survivor's guilt, lack of understanding of healthy versus unhealthy coping skills, behaviors. All right. And then what does this say? It says here we go. Number one, approximately 6 to 7 men die a day. 6 or 7 men die a day of self-deletion. The Caribbean black men living in the U.S. have the highest rate of self-deletion in the black community. Elderly black, number 3, men make up 80% of completed self-deletions. Number 4 is depression, PTSD, and physical health issues are the leading cause. Number 5 is firearms are the most common method of self-deletion. And the sources, if you guys need a source, all right, because I know that when we do these things, people want a source to go to, which I said, again, I'll send you this if you want it. It says here, American Association of Suicide AFSP. It's too small down here. Data 27. So this was in 2017. All right. So if you guys want this, I would definitely send it to you to give you the signs again: anger, substance abuse, sexual. Oh, let me go back to that. Anger, substance abuse, sexual dysfunction. Right. Increase in physical pain or chronic medical issues, loss of focus. Right. And self-deletion thoughts. All right. So again, guys, if you want this, again, I'll send it to you. This is the lady, right? This is the doctor right here, Patrice Douglas. And this is all the resources. This is where everything came from. Therapy for Black girls. All the websites are here. So again, if you want this and you need this, do not be ashamed to email me at blackmanunfiltered@gmail.com. I will send this to you for it to be a help to you or a family member that may need it. So guys,
I definitely would want it just to even enhance it on my show and just to use it in
absolutely,
my coaching practice.
I would definitely send it to you. And so guys, what are your thoughts on what we just saw, what we just read here?
Well, when it comes down to let's talk about boys, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the boys. One of the number one thing is the way that they even socialize. They don't socialize anymore.
Right.
They don't socialize anymore. They don't have great relationships with young girls. And for that matter, in a lot of neighborhoods, they don't even have great social skills with other Black men or other men. I'm gonna put it out there. When we talking about this whole concept of what racism is, when we talk about what sexism is, all these different things are, in my opinion, they're heightened.
Right.
These are things that you're just going to have to deal with. But they always want to put these young men into a victimhood, right? Because instead of saying, listen, I'm gonna have to usher you to see the light, they don't. Again, what we're talking about is people running from pain and running to pleasure. That's what it is. It's either pain or pleasure. One of the biggest things that's happening right now and I'm talking about a lot of these kids start out smoking weed at the age of 10 now. It sounds crazy, but I'm telling you right now, it's a bunch of them.
I started at 12.
So
CJ, you are right after him, after JT get done. CJ, hop right on in. I want to hear your perspective as well, brother.
So what we're talking about now is everybody want to run towards pleasure. And right now it's about stimulating your mind. That's why I can't stand when I hear someone say, I need somebody to stimulate my mind. No, that's how you get bamboozled. You need somebody to challenge your mind. They're not being challenged enough. And one of the reasons is because we have broken homes. You do not have mother and father working together to be parents. Pair is a pair. You got all of this single parent, and then as adults, we put adult problems on these children also. Then you got the schools. A lot of these parents, they don't know what type of school that their kids is going to. They don't know the surroundings that they're in. It could be, I don't care if the school is a private school. Private schools, I know in Detroit, private school is worse than doggone public school when it comes down to socializing.
Yep.
So when we're talking about this whole thing of self-deletion, they don't see a way out. And the reason being is because they don't have anybody to usher them. They don't care about them. They care about their own self. This is just what we're talking about. Let's get into the music. Think about the music that's out right now. I always look at music as vibration. I look at music just like I look at eating processed food. All they talk about is smoking weed, screwing somebody's girl, and killing somebody. That's where we at now. I mean, almost All of the music is like that. And if it ain't talking like they got slow songs, but they don't have love songs. I'd rather deal with the hypergamy than have to deal with the shit we dealing with right now. I'd rather have to deal with that. But what we're talking about is broke niggas. Thoughts. This is what we're talking about. They don't even know how to even like each other, just like each other. Boys can't be friends with girls. It's against the laws of polarity for a boy to actually be a friend with a girl. He in the friend zone. This is young people we talking about. This ain't no doggone 20-year-old, 30-year-old. They don't even know how to be friends yet. And we out here teaching them how to screw each other and screw each other over. Why not? Why not just go ahead and delete myself? I ain't got nothing else to do because school is out. Even if you get straight A's in school now, what that mean? It don't mean nothing.
Especially if you can't afford it.
You got C students teaching your kids. You got the janitor going to take a little course and they're teaching your kids now. What they're not teaching them is how to be social with one another. They're not telling young men to grow up to be men. They're saying it's okay for you to pick what sex you want to be. Now they hanging with the girls and smoking hookahs and smoking weed. You know how it is, how they date now?
We don't.
I got weed. We
don't date.
And I got alcohol. That's how you can get a girl now. Let's smoke.
You got the gas.
Let's smoke means, can I take you on a date? Then she use you for your smoke and all that. Now you upset and you mad. Boom. There you go. You in a depression.
You know, I talk a lot about single motherhood, not to beat women down, not to dismiss the struggles that they go through. But what we don't really talk about a lot is the frustration that they take out on their kids. And me as a kid, you know, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I was helping my mama pay bills at like 16. And I wasn't always working. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. I was working as well. And I remember I had a blow up with her one day because she wanted more out of me, but she wanted me to do it the way that she wanted it done. And she said, you know what? I'm going to send you to the Army, and I want you to get on the phone with this recruiter, and I want you to tell him exactly what I'm telling you. And I told her I wouldn't. So she put me out the house that day. And I remember I went and punched, it was like, you know, in apartments, they got the little lights with the little figurine around it or whatever. Remember I went and punched that joint, right? And I sat on the ground and I just started crying, bro. I was like 16. And I sat on the floor, I started crying, and I picked up that little piece of glass. Mm-hmm. And I put it to my wrist. My mama came outside, and you know, she came and snatched the glass out of my hand. And she was like, why would you want to do that? And I'm sitting there thinking, because you're trying to control my life. You want me to do what you want me to do when you want me to do it. And when I go through something, I can't even talk about it with you. Like, so that's why I'm so adamant about us having families, bro, because it's not aesthetic. I'm not talking about, you know, more money in the home. I'm just talking about a different voice in their home, because I had one, and I was a father to my little sister, and I had to be strong for her. But I called it emotional currency, man. I was bankrupt. I ain't have no more left. And when we talk to these young men and we say, well, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag, bro, money don't fix that shit. It never has. I smoked so much weed, bro. Like, it's ridiculous how much I smoked to suppress the pain, and it never was enough. So when I got older, I'll never forget, nigga, I was 17, and I was listening to a Lil Boosie song. This is another part about music, right? It was a song called I Quit by Lil Boosie. And he talked about not wanting to continue to do drugs, but he was also talking about the struggle he was going through. The struggle he was going through overtook his need to stop doing the drug. I know exactly what that's like, bro. And I'm not even talking about me as an adult. I'm really talking about me as a teenager, as a young kid, and not having a voice. Like that's really what tears these boys down. They're not heard. When you feel pain, you gotta strength through it. When you feel physical pain, you gotta strength through it. When, like Sir Hill said, I appreciate it's 1, 2, 3, 4 brothers on this panel, 5 brothers on this panel. I went through a situation with my own mama again as an adult where I was attacked by her, bro, because I didn't do what she wanted me to do when she wanted me to do it. I got the scar on my back to prove it. I had a knot under my eye when she hit me. And I was able to call every single brother on her and talk to them about it. But like Hink said earlier, bro, people don't even want to hear it, to be honest with you. When you tell them, it's like, damn, bro, that's fucked up. What you got going later on, though? Like, we just pass it on, bro. And it's like, bro, Sir Hill asked me, he was like, and Black Man asked me this too. Just a simple question was, how are you doing mentally after that? And I tell myself, I'm good, but I don't know if I am, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't even know what it means to be good after something like that happened. I think I'm good because I'm not overthinking it or stressing it, but then I get by myself and I'm chilling and it just come back in my mind. I can't believe she did that. But then I'm back to work. So,
and you know the crazy thing about that, CJ? Sometimes we want to ask our mama, I just want to, some men out there, I know that a lot of men is probably going through what you've gone through with your mom, but just want to ask her, Mom, why are you beating me? Because I'm unhappy with the situation that you put me in. I haven't asked for this. I didn't ask to be here. You chose to lay with a man that abandoned you. You chose to have me. And then when I get here, you physically and verbally abuse me because I'm moping, because I'm around this house not doing anything, and I'm disconnected. I'm unhappy. So I'm being punished because of what the situation you put me in, and you put me in an unhappy state.
Black Man, like,
bro, it's crazy.
Bro, like, this is when I was a freshman in high school. Like, bro, I got so many stories of this shit. Like, when I was a freshman in high school, I had skipped school or whatever, and I was wrong, whatever. And we got caught, so I got in trouble. And she ran into school when they called her. She ran and she yoked me up by my neck, right? And she let me go when they came around the corner. And then they asked me, did it happen? Me being the man at a kid age, I'm like, no, she ain't do that. She ain't choking me. So I didn't write her up, didn't do none of that right up. So we get home and she tries to do more. So she grabbed an extension cord and she swung it at me. But see, I'm 14, my nuts can kind of drop now. You see what I'm saying? So I grabbed it and I threw that shit down. She called the police and she called this place called Lakeside in Memphis. It's a mental health institution. And she told these folks I was foaming at the mouth. She told these folks I had lost my mind. And I'm like, you right, I did. But you ain't tell them why. Because I've been the man of the house since I was a 10-year-old little boy. You leaned on me to do what your man wasn't doing or your boyfriend wasn't doing. So when I didn't do it efficiently, as a fucking 15, 14-year-old boy won't do, you take it out on me. And then I get grown and they ask me who hurt me. Come on, bro. Let's go there tonight.
And the thing is that, like, to the women watching this broadcast, when you ask men who hurt you, fucking you. 9 times out of 10. So, again, you have men up here again giving you the answers to the exam. Only one of you out of 100 going to listen and really receive it. And this is what makes us feel like, okay, what's the point? Stuff like that. So few of you listen. Again, we're not being heard. So what's the point? Then you wonder why the suicide rates go up so high. Because that was my thing. I mean, well, I was so indifferent to life. I was indifferent. I live, I don't, I don't. I was still, and I was away like that when I was on the battlefield, even in gunfights. It doesn't matter. I'm just
Who gonna care anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
And
if I go, sure, my mom would care, my dad, my sister, but I mean, in the greater scheme of things, the big picture, doesn't matter if I live or die.
And the last time we had a conversation like this, I was gonna bring this up. That JT, this is for you. Last time we had a conversation like this, it really got deep, just like it is now. And guys, get ready because we're about to go deeper into the conversation. But last time we had this conversation, not even a day later, we had a panel full of men say that we were crybabies, we were butthurt. How a man gonna allow a woman to take his kids? How you gonna get kicked out your own house? It was just a panel full of crybabies over there at Black Man Unfiltered.
Yeah, they butthurt.
Y'all remember that?
Running Rico, I know who it is.
And we also had some women say the same thing. Well, vet better.
Real nigga.
Do vet better. Pick better women. And that's the thing I want to go to as well, because a lot of men deal with mental health issues with the choices they made of the woman. Guys, do you think vetting, because me personally, before I get into this, I'm going to say what I think about it. Vetting, to me, yes, go ahead and vet. However, the monster you may see may not come to 6 months into the relationship.
Or 6 years.
Or 6 years. Or 10.
You're never really going to know.
Yeah, you're never going to know. So you can vet, really. you can do all the vetting you want, but the monster is very, especially in 2022, especially if she's a hypergamous female, especially now, she can hide that monster until you trigger her. And that trigger may come 3 years in.
And you didn't even know you triggered her.
Exactly. And so I'm going to start with Sir Hale first. Sir Hale, what do you think about the vetting thing that people say right now to black men? You're not vetting well. That's why y'all going through what you're going through, because you ain't vetting them. That's why they're doing it to them. It's your fault. It's you, man. What are your thoughts? There you go. Let it out, my brother.
All right. So had to, you know what I mean? So I got a car, had about a few thousand miles on it, pretty much brand new. And drove it, just normally. And within a year, the transmission just went out. And there was no problems when I first got the car. That's how it is with people. You can be with people, and it seems like it's the transmission is working well, and something happens, and what you thought was working no longer works. The issue is a lot of them, once they see what's not working, don't care enough to try to change it to get it to where it needs to be. And the whole vetting, you need to vet better. We need to vet ourselves. I've noticed that women who are worth something, I never hear them say that. It's typically the women who are the problem or who are the issue, and to be fair, men as well. But the people who are always here, well, you should have vet better, you should have done more. These are people who are unable to take accountability and to really understand that some folks, black man, let me just say it like I need to say it. Some folks lie.
Come on.
Straight up. They lie. And and a lot of us men, we don't know how to stop building. Like if we're lied to, like a lot of men have been lied to, and you being lied to now, but because you're a builder, you think you can build your way past this. And that's why you hear men who ended up divorcing. So you know what? I'll never do this again, because you start to realize that I can try to build on top of something. But if she doesn't vet herself or he doesn't vet himself and constantly look at themselves and say, you know what? I got some work to do on myself. You can vet all you want to. If the person you're with isn't doing that, it's literally all in vain. And you're going to depress yourself. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to start to believe that everybody is this way, that all women are this way. And you can't allow what one person won't become to make you think that every person is like that. And I'm saying that because so many men are falling into this sinkhole of depression because we were told to vet. And we were not taught that just because you vet doesn't mean that people won't change on you.
You know what I know?
Thank you so much, man. And guys, if you're just coming in, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please. If you want to give, you do see the catch up at the bottom of the screen. Also, if you want to give a super chat, it's down at the bottom of the screen. I would love to have you guys join the channel as well as we continue to have this conversation. Who's about to go? I heard somebody say something.
I want to ask you.
Go ahead. Everybody just been hopping in as we go. Go ahead, CJ.
Even to the, I'm gonna get to the vetting point, but it's just something I thought about. You know what I noticed about a lot of brothers that I associate with? We don't even know how to take a compliment, bro. Like when you get a compliment, it's awkward.
Yeah.
It's like, what do I do with my hands? Like it's awkward.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Even with gifts.
Right out of my mouth.
Here's the thing. Like y'all guys sit here, y'all talk to me like you talk to me on the phone. So, all right, love you, brother. I'm like,
it's awkward. It's
awkward. Seriously, like y'all don't know this because y'all don't see my face, but every time people on this panel have called me up, we talk, and at the end of it, all right, love you, brother.
Yeah.
Like I made that face every time, and I think like the last couple of times I've actually caught myself. I'm like, what?
I can't even say.
I don't know. It's like I don't know what to do.
I gotta say much love.
I don't know what to do with that.
Like, I don't know when nobody love his ass.
Like
we gonna give your ass. When I see you, I'm gonna give you a group hug, even if it's just me and you, Mandrell. It's gonna be a group hug.
No, they can kiss my delicious ass. Is what they can do. That's about what you can do.
We gonna me and you gonna have a group hug. We gonna
look at sir.
Man, I don't know.
Bro, it's hard to say I love you. Like I gotta say much love, bro. You know I got love for you, bro. Like
one love, dog. One love. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because this was a hot one. And JT, he said it before I could get it out. What about receiving gifts?
Gifts?
But let me tell you what happened. I was at work today, and they did the Secret Santa thing today. And they gave everybody a list out, and I was like, "What y'all bring me this for? I don't need this." I said, "Just donate mine to Toys for Tots. Just get the money and donate it." They said, "No. Everybody want to experience the gift of giving." And so I said, "Okay, I told you." So they gave me the paper, and they said, "What you like?" And I went down the whole list. I said, "Nothing." Folded up and turned it in, because I told you I didn't want nothing. Listen, I'm like that for my birthday. I'm like that for people giving me. Now I'm a giver. But it just feels so awkward to me to receive anything from a gift from somebody. I can't do it.
It's because you're used to not getting shit.
Right. Exactly.
I think it's on the same way. Like this past birthday was the first time I got a birthday gift, and I don't know how long.
Oh my!
And I mean that seriously. I don't know how long it's been since I've had a birthday gift. No, it's just I don't know how long it's been since I've had a birthday gift. Like or something for Christmas or something. I'm like, I don't know, but the thing is, like, I'm a grown man. I don't need that shit. For what?
I'm gonna give you a gift and a hug. You're gonna get both.
And I love you.
And I'm gonna tell you I love you.
But, I mean, sir, all y'all like.
All right, this is starting to sound really gay.
Now, how do you feel about receiving gifts? And are you reluctant to that as well?
I mean, look, to me, Christmas is just another day.
Yeah,
my birthday is just another day. And that's how I always do. So let me say this. When I would get a gift, I take the gift and I put it over to the side. And I'm sitting there watching everybody else open their gifts.
Yep.
Then they look at me, they like, well, ain't you gonna open your gifts? That's no big
I'll
deal.
get it later. Yeah.
I mean, it's just what I do. I mean, I just it's no big deal. I like watching everybody else enjoy the moment. Out of it. You know what I'm saying? And just sit back and watch it. And then I go in my bedroom and I open it. Okay, cool. That's nice. Thank you. And I put it to the side. I put it up, whatever it is, and let it be.
And people think you're ungrateful, but you're not ungrateful. It's just you're not used to getting anything.
No, it's not ungrateful, because I definitely make sure I let them know thank you and I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
But I just it's no big deal to me. I mean, but that's like, man, we Valentine's Day. I used to get on my ex about that all the time. I said, look, most of these things it's a woman's holiday. It's just not for us. It's I mean, I'm celebrating your
women and children,
your birthday, Christmas, Valentine's.
Yep.
I'm sure y'all come up with some more other holiday during the year. I mean, I don't know, just
Father's Day,
whatever it is.
Yeah, ain't no holiday. That's for Mother. That's Mother's Day.
Yeah, part 2.
Whatever it is, and just give the gift. Do I expect anything for Valentine's Day? No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't.
All you gotta do
No, I
is
do
get
not.
Hink a
But
box
it's
of
some-
ass. He good to go.
There you
Nothing
go.
wrong with that either. But you know,
But how
how
much of that is coming from a standpoint of you just don't think that you are deserving or worthy of one?
well, Mr. Bennett, I know I'm deserving.
Well, like I said, I'm to that point now. I mean, just to kind of, I've been kind of sitting back and just listening to how this conversation is going. I can honestly say that I've gotten better with time. And JT had an earlier question. We were talking about the difference between joy and happiness. That joy comes later. So I'm sort of living in a standpoint of joy right now. But I can truly say in my life, the way my life has gone, especially when Black Man was sharing those statistics, I didn't like myself very much when I was before 10. I didn't like myself that much better at 20. I really didn't start liking myself in my life until I turned about 30. That's when I actually started liking myself.
Damn, Mr. Bennett.
And looking at myself as being worthy.
That's a common thing amongst men.
That's real.
Yeah.
I like myself better at 40 than I did at 30. Now I'm 53. I like myself even better now.
Ain't you smooth? We Billy D at 50.
Just the idea, like I said, the whole idea with the gifts. First of all, I was growing up with an attitude was like, well, women are supposed to get gifts. Men, you just supposed to be the provider. So
right.
Again, I didn't think I was worthy of one.
Yeah.
Now, when I get gifts now, I take gifts very graciously. In fact, I'll even tell my women, I'll tell them what I want. Sometimes months in advance. It's like, look, here's on my shopping list, and here it is. And then
whoa. We're not gonna just pass by what you just said. You tell your women how many you got, Mr.
I got my wife. I got my wife and my 3 daughters, and my youngest is 19.
So Mr. Bennett, you went to the Bennett. You brought that back in.
All women.
I like that catch. I like that.
Yeah. but for real though, I mean, a lot of CJ, what you were talking about earlier. I mean, I went through a lot of what you went through because I literally had a mom who was mentally ill. My mom was diagnosed later in life with paranoid schizophrenia.
Damn.
So growing up with her, I was tortured basically on a daily basis. I got beatings when I didn't deserve them. I got there was a lot of abuse there, and so early on, like I said, I did not feel good about myself. I was bullied a lot in school or whatnot. I was very feminine. We talked about in the past, how women raise boys versus how men raise boys, and I had a lot of her feminine attributes. I was very emotional. I would cry just incessantly, and I said, "Oh, you're a girl. You stop acting like a girl." That was just how I was. It wasn't until I got with my dad, and again, my dad was no two shakes either. He was the guy he'd tell you ain't ish. He would just tell you straight up, and so that was tough. But interesting enough, I still needed that. I needed to be sort of toughened up over time, and just being with him and my brother, just being around that masculine influence, it helped to start bringing me out of that. But it really wasn't until I got to college, and then after college, and when I really started winning, which is another point I wanted to raise tonight, because we talked about the stresses that men are under, and I think a lot of that stress is coming from the fact that I think a lot of us don't think that we're winning. But in order to win, you also have to know, well, what's the prize? What are you going for? So I think we have a lot of our black men today and our black boys, they don't have the proper targets as far as what to go after in life. They think getting the bag or getting this is what winning is, and it's not. And they're compromising their mental health and their spiritual health as a result of it. So again, we need to redefine in these spaces. I hope we can redefine what it is to win as a man. What does that look like? I think we need to change the perception of that. And then even with the stresses, it's like, yes, I get stressed like everybody else, but I've learned how to win. And so winning does a lot to cover a lot of those stresses. When I have a victory in life, it could be a big thing, a small thing. I work off a list. I'm the perfect husband for the honey-do list, because once I get that list, I just check things off and I just look at those as victories every day. So I just kind of walk in that. So that helps me deal with a lot of stress. It's not I want my stress taken away. I want to know how to overcome. And learning how to overcome things has certainly helped me to get to a better state where now I start to like myself a lot more, because I've learned how to win. I've learned how to overcome some things. So I think that this whole thing about, how we look at ourselves as men, we don't like people telling they love us. We don't like accepting gifts from people. Do we really think of ourselves as valuable? Because a lot of times we haven't been, that sense of value hasn't been poured into us. Our mothers, a lot of times, haven't given it to us. A lot of times, our fathers, again, even despite their best, they're going through stuff too. So again, a lot of times they, you may win something, and a lot of it's like, you have that parents like, oh, well, yeah, you expected to win. Well, you win a cookie because you won something. I mean, so no one's edifying us. So we grow up with this sense of, well, what, like Mandrell said, what do I do with this? Someone says, I love you. Someone puts a hand on your back. Someone gives you some here. I just want you to have it. You look at them funny because, again, we're not raised. We're not trained. We're not taught that you're worthy as a human being to love and to be loved. And for some of us, it takes us decades to get to that point when we can start feeling that way about ourselves.
You get everybody's ass to kiss.
I want to say, I too share the sentiment that it's difficult for me to receive gifts. And I've grown to understand and realize that a lot of the problems that I experience are rooted from when I was younger, the trauma I experienced, right? But we never really understand that till we get older, or if you end up talking to somebody like a therapist or something like that. But a lot of the issues that we experience today, we didn't even know it was inside of us as children. Over the years, I developed, the reason why I think I developed a problem with accepting gifts, I developed this protective shell, right? And a shell of protection for myself to where, even if somebody has good intentions in giving me a gift, in my mind, it's almost like trust issues. I'm telling myself that there could be a chance that this person throws this back in my face and try to invalidate me. And I'm gonna tell you something. It hasn't happened every time, but all it has to happen is one time.
Facts, Freezy.
Just one time for somebody to do that, and I'm gonna hold everybody else guilty and accountable.
Yep.
That it just might be possible they might do the same thing, right? So just in case, Freeze is gonna keep this protective shell, so I can make sure it never happens. And what it boils down to is just trust issues from when I was a kid. I just wanted to say that.
Man,
Yeah, can I chime in here as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that Freezy, what you said, and Paul Bennett. I'm glad you shared that. I can relate completely with what you did with what you said as well. I know for me, one of the reasons it was hard for me to accept stuff, I've been disappointed time and time again. And the more I find myself disappointed, the more I care less. And I'm not caring less because I chose to. I don't. I hate being disappointed over and over again. So I choose not to care so that doesn't happen again. I think that's a lot of men. A lot of us, when we should have heard, "You a great man," or "You are awesome at what you do," or I love you," or "I respect you," or "I see you." We learn how to not get what we need, and that's why we're so tough. And this is why you get the one right woman. And I'll tell you, the lady who helped change this, I would have never guessed, is my mother-in-law. Every single birthday, Father's Day, Christmas, she makes it special. And the way life works, the way life works, sometimes, and let me get religious for a few minutes. I think God's sends certain people to heal stuff in you that they didn't break. And you don't know where it's going to come from. It could be an auntie, it could be an in-law, it could be a cousin. But I believe in my faith that God doesn't just leave us hanging. He always sends somebody to help minister to a place that's inside of you. Now it's up to us to be open to receive that. Like I wouldn't have opened up except for talking to my brother Black Man. Like we've talked about some real things. Mandrell, we actually talk about some real things, like some real stuff. CJ, right? And I know that I can call everybody on this. I would probably call Hink last because I think I know what words he'll use, but I know that I could call him in the moment of a crisis. Right?
Leave him at the restaurant.
Hey, I'm telling you.
But you see what I'm saying? Like I'm starting to see the way life works. Is sometimes we're disappointed because we're expecting what we need to come from the person we want it to come from. Mm-hmm. And in life, it doesn't always work that way. Right. And so now unlearning that, this has freed me up to forgive some people for from them for them disappointing me because I had expectations of them that they were going to do something that maybe they were not equipped to do. Right. So it's just, but this happened. I'm 35 now. At 28, it's wrath for everybody. I'm coming for all you who y'all wasn't there for me.
Man,
Let me tell you something.
I got smoke for all you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna prove something to you. At 35,
right.
now I can be grateful. And I'm grateful that certain people weren't in my life, because if they were, maybe I wouldn't have developed the strength and character that I have today. So it's, as I get older, I'm getting more perspective, and the less I have smoke for people who I thought was supposed to be there, who maybe were not even supposed to be there at all.
Yeah, I still got smoke for their ass.
Hey,
you weren't doing you went on your motherfucking job because you knew the people I'm talking about. They know better. Now that's the difference. If a person doesn't know any better because they just didn't have the background for it, Sir Hill, I get it. I understand that. Giving them grace and forgiving. But the people who know better, no mercy. Fuck you. You knew.
I agree.
You had no excuse. You knew, and you chose not to do it. You're gonna get this.
I can't lie, bro.
You're gonna get that. No, if you knew better, that's a difference.
Grace. I have to have grace. This is my whole thing. I have to have grace even for the people that did me wrong, bro. And I think
I'm working on it.
You silly. I think this does have to do with my foundation, my mother and my father bringing me up, though, 50. Because I had a balance of both. Like, my mom has always told me when I was a kid, she told me be a kid. My father told me be a kid. When I was a teenager, hey, you want me to treat you like a kid, or do you want me to treat you like the age you are right now? When I was a man, they told me you are a man. They instilled that in me in my travels. I think I just hit the lottery when I with my parents, because even though I had them, they always had my back. I was gone at 18. I wanted to leave, and I didn't have to. I wanted to leave, and when I left, they see me as a kid. When I came back, I was a full-grown man. And through my travels that I had, let's go back. I got married at 22. Me and her dated from 15 all the way up until we got married.
Hey.
In between that, I was in the military, and I was doing a whole. In high school, I was a terror. She never caught me with anybody, but they always caught me with her. When she had a bank, she was in college. She graduated a year before I graduated. She had a bank account. She used to give me a card. Man, I used to drain the shit out that card. She used to tell me, don't drain it. I was not a man at all. I was doing a whole lot of ain't shit.
You know what I noticed though, JT? What I noticed, and I can't speak for other races, even though I kind of know a little something. We don't get grace to become men though. Like that's I think that's one of our biggest problems in our community.
Yes, sir.
Like, think about it. When boys get a girl pregnant, especially if he's young and she's older, the mentality is still you got to get it in. You still got to take care of business. It's like in so many situations, like this is why I don't know. I think me and Black Man got this certain connection because he's a coach. Because I had football coaches. If I didn't, I'm telling y'all think I'm with this shit now. If I didn't have coaches, bro, to rein me in and teach me things about life, like just getting past lifting the bar, 45 pounds, and teaching me how to break through that next threshold with learning just how to grow, learning how to build a repetition and build a foundation. If I didn't have that, bro, which I know so many men that don't, is why they act the way they do. If I didn't have that, bro, I'd be off the chain, bro. So we got to give brothers time to grow. Now, you grown ass man and you ain't taking care of your business.
I think every little boy should play football at least a little bit so they can be humbled in a motherfucker.
Yeah,
football will humble the shit out
bad
your
with mom. Yeah, and you know what? And that's what I do. I'm gonna say this real quick. Now I'm gonna get to the super chats, but that's what I do when the big boys come out there with their mamas. And she said he's very disrespectful at school to the teachers. He's very disrespectful to me. I said, oh, no problem. And I called my son because my son will run into a train. He ignorant. So I told JJ, I need you to. Oh yeah, my son, boy, he don't mind. I seen some videos. My son don't mind, boy.
Yeah, boy.
My son will put some meat on there. Boy, my son knock your ass off. So I say, JJ, line up, and we're gonna do a tackling drill. And when he come around, I want you to express yourself. And my son said, okay, Dad, no problem. My son come around, pow! I looked over, I said, oh, wait. I said, you don't want that no more, huh? He said, no. I said, get up, let's go again.
Get your mind right quick.
I'm gonna humble your big ass because you at home. Your mama, single mama, she working every day. She's telling the coaches, I'm leaving work every day, missing money because he at school cussing out the teachers. He at home screaming and hollering at me. Oh, we gotta. I said, ma'am, every time he come, I say, JJ's gonna be his battle buddy. Every time he act a fool like that, I'm gonna bring JJ to come speak with him. And ever since then, we haven't had any problems.
You can't even do kids like that now because they're so mentally out of it. Where it's just think about this, man. Think about just primal with us as men. We're going to have, if you had all of us in a room, and if you've been in the military, you know what I mean when I say you have us all in a room. Give us 8 weeks in a room together. Somebody gonna fall out.
Yeah.
We only got one way to how to get it. We're gonna get your back dirty. It's not so I can kill you. It's to humble your ass. You can't even do it anymore.
Nope.
This is where it comes down to, man, primitively, we are built to be warriors. And you only got, you got alphas, you got betas, but you got a lot of people that want to be that alpha, that dude. It's not even something to speak on. It's an unspoken type of thing that we got when it comes down to men. It's not just the bravado itself. Right. It's structure. Right. And when you got a lot of, especially when you got a bunch of linear thinkers, we're not all going to think the same. So you still got to have a leader somewhere especially when it comes down to getting something accomplished.
I mean, you
got to have a leader.
The quarterback ain't usually the most.
He's either going to be the smartest, he's going to be the toughest, he's going to be probably all of it. But he's going to be the most of everybody. It's unspoken. You will see it.
The quarterback ain't usually the most physically imposing guy. He's usually
now you got something like YouTube.
It's a linebacker or a lineman.
Facts.
Right. But now you got YouTube and Facebook where you put all the sorry motherfuckers in the same room with the guys that are actually men. That's why we get so frustrated. That's why.
I think it's beyond that too, JT.
You see KP comment?
I'm glad Hink had spit something to you because I said I was going to holler at you on it.
Yeah.
Don't ever let nobody knock you off your motherfucking square like that ever again, bro.
No, I disagree with that.
Nigga.
That nigga had it coming out. He had it coming.
No, listen to me, brother. Listen to me.
I agree with Freezy.
We are on YouTube. Ain't nothing you can do with that dude but get mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you was in the same room with him, I guarantee you would have humbled his ass. But you can't humble his ass by just having conversation.
What y'all think about that comment right there?
I think it would be useful. Absolutely. I mean, other groups, you have the, Jewish people,
right?
The bar mitzvah is supposed to signify that transition to manhood. You have a lot of Latinos, the quinceañera.
Yeah.
Well, me and Mandrell had that conversation.
I'm screenshotting
about he was asking me. We were asking
CJ, check your DMs.
We were talking about what was it? The Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I said I don't watch none of that. He's like, why? I said we ain't nowhere in there. I said I hate to sound like that. I said, but I find that hard to believe. We won't nowhere around.
Actually, we are.
We are
they
now.
Just changed it. They just put the.
We are now. We are now. And this season. This season it just hit. And wait. And Bernard, our representation is the richest house
and they're upset
in the whole
in the
whole 7 kingdoms.
Hey guys, I want to address this though because I heard some cap. Like we do have rites of passage. When we need to
no, we don't.
What happened? Yes, we do.
Oh,
our rites of passage is go figure it out.
That's not a right. That's not a right. That's not a right of passage.
Is that about right?
Nigga, that's what you're gonna do anyway.
Yeah, that's not a right of passage, though, Sir Hill. That's kind of just default. No one's teaching you anything.
I'm telling you what we have. Go figure it out.
He's right. But Mandrell, you did get called out on another panel. I just want you to know because now we're being called. See, talking about us again, I'm talking about us in our culture.
Right.
Now you got Twitter acting crazy, saying the N-word. Ain't nobody saying nothing, and you got Elon Musk doing it.
Yeah, but everybody on Kanye. Fuck that word, man. Leave that shit alone.
I understand
that word.
I'm not talking about the word. I'm talking about the disrespect we keep getting, and nobody's doing nothing.
Listen. The shit is done. It's a done deal. Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do with that word.
All right, so
you either use it, don't, or just leave it the fuck alone. It's not going to change, bro.
Now this gonna be
The problem is I understand what you're saying is not going to change, but you know, I at my job, but the good old boy system, and all y'all know how I am, bro. You don't have a clue.
How old are you,
no, hold up, time out. Let me finish talking, because I'm not the dude that do all that talking at work. That's what they know me for, because they come with the slick talk. Bernard be like, yeah, all right, well, we can go outside this. I'm that guy. Because see, I don't take all that. I'm not taking all that. I'm not taking no disrespect. My wife have to ask me every day, you good today? Yeah, I'm good. I said, but they know what time it is. But I tell them like this, and I'm gonna tell everybody like this. When you have a grandfather said they came and burnt my house down and grabbed me when I was 6 years old and said, y'all can walk and get to walking. All right. When you come from that and you said that's the only time I seen my grandfather had tears in his eyes. That was a tough man. He said, but when them lights came around and they burnt his house down, said, we ain't gonna kill y'all. We looking for your daddy. Get to walking and start over. I don't take a lot of junk from a lot of people. I'm not gonna ever take it from nobody. So I'm gonna let you know, JT and everybody else, anybody that's not my color or anybody saying that, we getting it in. It's not going to be no.
No, I get the direct.
Time out. Let me finish. Like that conversation we had last night. It ain't going to be no praying. It's going to be Shaka Zulu, because I'm that guy. Because what I'm tired of, and at the same thing, like y'all were telling my boy, no captivity. For you to get to that point, like no captivity, that would take me there, because you, like Mandrell just said, you know what you're saying. You know what you're doing. You're not going to play those games with me. So I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, on that matter, I understand what you're saying about the word. Trust me, I totally get that. No pushback on that. But what I'm saying is, I heard Sir Hill say a lot of times, we got to pick and choose our battles. We got to stop sitting up here being mad at the wrong things, at the wrong people, at the wrong time. And what we're doing right now, this is what is needed. But the problem is, JT and everybody else up here, is not enough brothers up here doing it. There's not enough brothers you can even trust to tell them anything, let alone your cousins that you grew up with.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Now, there's no pushback on you, but it's just like, I'm just tired all of the fakeness. I don't do fake.
So let me do this.
Listen, the only actual, this is where it comes down to, bro. The only thing that you can control is your own self.
That's right.
We have to start being. So my whole thing is this. We got to stop using our emotions as our leaders. We got to start using our head as our leaders. When you start talking about this, that's why I'm asking you, how old are you?
I'm 48. I'll be 49 in March.
I'm 50. Most of these guys are. CJ is the youngest dude on the panel right now. He you about 28, 30? Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So we got to look at that generation and be back.
Both of them mine, CJ.
All you got to do is observe that generation. Man, we about to be in our retirement. This shit is going so fast for us, bro. Am I lying, Mr. Bennett? These motherfucking years is going fast. We ain't got no goddamn time to be sitting back talking about a stupid ass word like that that's being used. Listen to these damn people. It don't matter what color they are or nothing. I know what it meant to us.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm not about to sit back again, especially on some damn YouTube or some damn Facebook, and give any of these funky ass niggas my goddamn energy when it comes down to it. If he ain't in front of me, man, ain't too much I can do but holler.
Yeah,
why would we want to do that, man? We got too much shit. We got too much shit going on in our real life in order and have to deal with that. I want to put,
and I understand
we need to start putting our energy.
What I'm saying is,
but listen,
I deal with that on a daily basis at my job.
But we got to put our energy, bro. We have to put our energy in the things that really, really matters. I'm putting my energy. I ain't got enough time, dog. I got one more swing at this shit. I got more years behind me than I got in front of me.
We both do.
All this shit counting. Every piece of it's counting. And I'll be damned if I let a motherfucker ain't shit ass nigga ruin any of that.
I totally get it.
I ain't got no more
Let me
swings
say,
at this
let me
shit.
say one thing.
Go ahead, Captain.
Right?
I'm gonna do the after captivity. I'm gonna do these super chats. So go ahead, Cap.
You know, every day I wake up, my main goal is to be a better man. That's and I know it sounds cliche when I say that, but I really do want to be a better man. I want to be better at handling different situations, different disagreements. I want to be as smooth as Sir Hill. Shout out to Sir Hill. I seen you when you was talking to Just Pearly Things, man. You rocked that thing, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. I look up to guys like you guys, man, on this panel. I really do. Man, listen, and just to talk about that incident briefly, because I don't even want to, rehash that.
I feel you.
But the thing about it is, I was minding my own business, and I woke up to this dude saying that. I woke up to this dude saying that I be seconds another YouTuber's DICT. Okay, so to make a long story short, guys, where I come from and how I grew up, if that man would have said that in person, man, I don't even want to talk about what would have
Gave him the business. That's my point.
I had to address it though. I just felt, but you know what my wife told me? She said, you shouldn't have even went up there, because if you know that's not your character and you know that that what this man said has no bearing on your personality and your character, you shouldn't even went up there. I was trying to tell her, listen, this dude, I wanted to show this dude, I wanted to see if he could hold himself accountable.
Right.
And when he couldn't, right, it just made me feel like he was a hypocrite. But
he was.
And another thing is this. I knew he didn't give a fuck about me when I said, bro, I don't go around these YouTube streets saying that I'm a street nigga, because he kept spewing that I be insinuating that I never say I'm a street nigga on these panels. I never say that. I told him the most people know about me in these spaces is that I was taking care of my mom for close to 20 years. And even when I said that, he said, I don't want to hear that shit. That's what he said.
I would have cussed, Freezy. I would have cussed every motherfucker out. I would have.
That's what Bernard was talking about, though.
I would have cussed. But listen, I would have cussed every motherfucker out on there if that was going to be the pay. Everybody should have got the energy, because if you go back and look at it, the motherfuckers we looked at it.
No, but
did we not look at it? I looked at it. I said, look at how everybody just looking. Then you had that funky ass nigga. I ain't gonna even say his name, but that funky ass nigga that run that damn show. That motherfucker come up there laughing and smiling. This motherfucker wanted y'all to do that shit, man. And I hate.
And wait, JT. No, what happened was he wanted his homeboy to get off, but when Freezy responded in the fashion that he was supposed to respond. Then he comes up, wait, Freezy.
Yeah, I would have cussed everybody out. I would have left.
Wait, Freezy, we can't.
Right,
I can't have that, Freezy.
We get
you have to calm down now, Freezy.
We get our track. So
with his long ass fingernails sitting there naked in a robe talking to a bunch of dudes.
Let me do these super chats real quick. I'm gonna do these super chats real quick.
My bad,
bro. You telling me that dude ain't sweet?
Now, I did send y'all. Hold on, Mandrell. We ain't talking about that tonight, Mandrell. Keep that to we'll do that
look at DM, you say we ain't talking.
We ain't talking about that today. We talking about something else. Listen, I did send
what
y'all.
happened, dog? What is going on there?
I just sent
I'm lost too. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Right, I just sent the video, guys.
Good.
That was my bad.
Mandrell be talking too much. Okay, so I sent y'all the video. Did y'all get the video in y'all DMs?
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, that was a hit there.
Both of those are my boys.
Ooh,
those are my sons on those videos I just seen.
Beautiful.
Sent y'all. You see it, Hink? They're my boys. But anyway, I see it in your DMs. So go look at your IG.
We call that a Crown Vic. Crowned his ass. Yeah.
But that's my oldest son. My oldest is 12 and my youngest is 11. So that's what that's. Yeah,
that was a hit. But like I said, and actually, that's the part that gets me the most no captivity. I tell my wife this all the time. What do I say? Mandrell? I'm the lion playing with the mouse. Leave me alone.
Right.
I'm the lion playing with the mouse. Just leave me alone. But if I get up, I'm not just gonna roar. I'm biting.
Absolutely. All right. So listen.
But listen,
let him get the super chat, y'all. Let him get the super chat.
Let me do super chats. All right, we got Eugene Steele with a $5 super chat. He said, I would comment to the channel of black females who talk negatively about black men, about panels like this. Black men coming together to brainstorm. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat, Mr. Eugene Steele. We also got Quincy in here. He said, I swear my coworker dropped dead because the stress his old lady put him through. Golly.
Damn.
KP from KC5, $4.99 super chat. Let's see. He said the democracy of black men are trained to serve only. You are expected to go as far as to die. You are a Christ-like figure in it, upside down. Thank you for that $4.99 super chat. K Soul came in with this crazy comment. K Soul said, "You gonna take this gift, BMU, and I love you, bro." Laugh out loud. All right, so I'm gonna play this super chat song real quick. Get everybody a deep breath. But I want y'all to think about the next part before we get out of here tonight. This is the last question of the night. How should men handle, or mentally, how are men handling infidelity when their women cheat on them? All right, we'll be back in a second.
Somewhere in the middle, I think I lied a little. I said if we took it there, I wasn't gonna change, but that went out the window. Yeah, put my mind at ease, trickled up my spine. Oh, you look so pretty, please. Every single night, I need your hands on me. When your kisses climb, oh, you give me sweet relief. Make me feel so pretty. Would you help me out, please?
All right.
That shit was nice.
Man, she was grooving, wasn't it, boy? All right. So what are your man? So today we're dealing with infidelity. The rumor is that women cheat more than men. They just are better at it. But we're not gonna go to that stat right now. But how do men, if there's a man watching right now, now they said, now on this, my brother sent me that video. Okay, so he said that's Bobby Brown's daughter.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown's daughter just singing. She got this little group with these little white boys, and they go around singing around the country. Like, they not no big group or nothing. They just go around singing. She looked just like him though. But
all these kids
anyway,
look like him.
Yeah, she looked exactly like him. Damn. Yeah. But anyway, so when it comes to infidelity, you know, what do you if a man's watching right now and he's going through that, what would you guys say to him?
I want to speak on that first.
Yeah, go ahead, Reezy.
So in these spaces, it's been a big saying that men are visual creatures, right?
Yeah.
And deep down inside, I've always had a problem with that, because that's what's been messing us up all these years. We're visual creatures first, right? We all, you know, yeah, we like women that's appealing to our eyes and stuff, but that shouldn't be the most important thing that we notice about women. I think that what should be the most important thing is actually getting to know women and vetting them and understanding their background. How were they raised, you know, with their mother and father, and I do feel like if you're not married, stop caring so much in these boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. You know, if you're not married, stop investing all of your time in a woman. You know, stay focused on your goals and your purpose. And until you get married and understand who this woman is, and you're moving forward in a good direction with the right woman, if you know, because you know, we always say girlfriends cheat, boyfriends cheat, but after a while, it's, you know, just speaking from my own experience with my wife before we got married, I even told her this. Listen, I don't even count this boyfriend and girlfriend shit no more. Let's just stop playing around. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's stop playing. And if we're not married, you know, let's stop holding handcuffs on each other. I told her that because it's too much confusion going on. It's not only confusion for men, it's confusion for women too. you know. So yeah, I just want to try to take a lot of the importance of men being visual creatures, which I'm not saying you should, you know, just accept a wallabeast and a whale and a ugly whale or something like that.
A what for reason?
A wallabeast.
I one more time. A wallabeast.
A wallabeast.
Okay. Just want to look that up.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying looks aren't important, but I just think that we need to take the bullseye off of men being visual creatures and start placing the bullseye more so on men being character creatures, and you know, just the character of women and stuff, the inside, instead of just being visual creatures.
But I want to expand this though, like, because this is something that I've seen, and I've been working on this. We got to expand the definition from sexual cheating, because what I've noticed is a lot of women who will use that. I ain't never stepped out, and by virtue of her never stepping out, she's a good woman. No, you can be unfaithful. It could be infidelity. You said you would love me, and you don't. You said that you would respect me, and you don't. You said I had a friend in you, and you're not that friend. There's a whole lot of men who may not have gotten cheated on sexually, but they are cheated out of. Yeah, they're being cheated out of the thing that she said she would do. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna keep stuff clean. I'm a be a friend. You know, I'm gonna listen to you. You know, I'm gonna be there to support you. And there's so many men who it almost feels like you try to overwork yourself. You try to overextend yourself to prove your worthiness, while you should get the basic things. And here's the kicker: most men don't want material stuff. Everything that a man wants has nothing to do with money, and it's difficult to process this, because we only think about infidelity in terms of her sleeping around. But infidelity is, you said you were walking with me through this life, and I'm walking by myself. I feel cheated out of this relationship, right? And this is what a lot of men deal with. So I want to expand the conversation. That being
wait a minute, I damn near fell out my chair.
But for Sir Hell, don't you think there's certain things you can't come back from that?
And I'm gonna land it here. So cheating is one thing, but a lot of men are being cheated out of what they said. So, and I say this: if a woman cheats, it's over with. Leave her, because there is a woman who wouldn't do that.
Damn, Mr. Ben, I guess he answered your question.
I mean, those other things that he was talking about, I think those are like recoverable. Like if she's not cooking up for you, or she's not doing for you, you can change that. But if you go to that type of cheating, the actual sharing of DNA, I don't see how you come back from that. I just think that those other things can be fixed. Yeah. But once that is broken, that's
it's over.
You know, especially if he broke off, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Hey, look,
I can't believe Charlie Brown. I can't believe Charlie Brown trying to talk about somebody. He's the only dude on YouTube that got a background with crayons for little kids. All right.
No. Hey, listen. So, Sir Hill, when you talked about that, I just saw a wedding on, or I think it was Facebook. I saw a wedding where a guy, it had all the family was there, and he said, he did his vows. He said, I love you. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. He said, I want you guys to see the journey that we went on. And they turned the little thing on, or project on, or whatever, and they hit play. And it showed him and her together, and they showed him and her taking pictures and at the beach and traveling. And the last 30 seconds of the video,
she was fucking another dude. It was
her fucking another dude.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
In front of her whole family, bro. He had it up on the big ass.
In front of the whole family.
Bro, and played it. Dude in there banging up.
Was this before or after the wedding?
No, before they got
this was the engagement party.
They was right there. There was the preacher, him, her bridesmaids.
Did they say the vows and all that?
No, this was before after the wedding.
Yeah, all right. Right after he said the vows, he said, I love you, I want to be with you forever. And he said, I want you guys to see this journey we went on before we move forward. And he hit the play button.
Yeah. Oh, it was right before. Okay, I'm about to say. If he said the vows and all that shit.
Well, you know what's gonna happen.
Non-recoverable.
You know what people gonna say?
What's the point?
It was his fault. He should have vetted better. Just want to put that out.
No, I was about to say. You know what people gonna say? You know what people gonna say?
Well,
you chose her.
Yep, you chose her.
Hey, Shout out to Security Boss. Did you see that one that she did? That short.
So Sir Hell also had that. So the girl got on. Did y'all see the girl crying that says she got good coochies, she got good head, she can cook, all this other stuff, right? And I told Security Boss, I said, Security Boss, this girl is a liar. And I know a liar when I see one. She's a liar. So yesterday, Security Boss did a video yesterday, and I said, I told you, Security Boss. She said, you called it. The girl didn't hold apology to her. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have used them tears. And I said, oh, she was faking. I told you. I told you. I know
we laid into that girl.
I knew she was a liar. I knew it. I knew she was
Security Boss and all the other women. They were like, it could be real.
So wait. I got a question. Did she, what part did she lie about? With the head, the cooch?
No, she was lying about. No, she did that for likes, bro. Like
so she ain't got no fire head. She ain't got no fire head.
I don't know what she doing behind.
Mandrell's so damn petty, man.
I was wondering too.
Everybody was. Even Sir Hale was thinking of it, and he's married. So is Mr. Bennett. He likes to be,
know who we're talking
Mr. Bennett
about.
likes to be quiet, so he don't get himself in trouble. I don't blame you.
You shared a remember the show?
Mandrell loves to throw them bodies on him.
Saying that I got good
I don't blame you,
head,
Mr. Bennett.
I got good sex.
The crocodile tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, we laid into it on Security Bosses.
He thought like she ain't got no fire head.
Ain't got no fire head.
Hey, so Mandrell, so I'm gonna ask you all this sport question before we get out of here. I'm gonna get everybody final thoughts after this. How do you feel about the fight tomorrow night? Anybody buying it? Anderson Silva and
no,
I don't want to see that shit.
I'll be working.
The app I got, I'm gonna watch it for free, so it don't matter. I'm not paying for shit.
How old? Anderson Silva's like 45, right?
What app is it?
Yeah, exactly.
I may have the same app. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. I ain't gonna say that loud.
Put the app in the back chat.
Hold on, put it in the back chat.
Hey, wait, Freezy. Also, Anderson Silva's not a boxer.
Right.
He knows how to box.
Yeah, he's
not a boxer.
Now. He's a striker.
Yeah, but that's
not a boxer.
That's not a boxer.
A lot of these guys just don't understand the difference between a boxer and a striker or whatever. I mean, if these Pauls went in with an amateur, I would say like a national ranked amateur, they would get knocked out. It would not even be close. But the guys that are fighting have no back.
I call you when the show over.
Art of
love you, man.
One love in a deep masculine voice.
Hey, one love.
I love you, man. I love you, man.
That was good. That was
one more thing, man. This the last one, Sir Hell. This the last one, and then we done. What is going on in the damn NFL, bro? Tom Brady look like trash. Aaron Rodgers look like trash. The damn Rams are trash. The Raiders are trash.
We took that W last night. Just
bro. The Jets are 4 and what? What's the Jets record?
Like they look.
Nah, they're 5-2. They're what? 5-2.
They're opposite of what they ever have been.
The Giants are 6-1.
Shout out to
and I can't believe that the Lions is losing like they lose.
You can't. What do you mean?
Hey, so you know what? We can still make it out the South, boy. We can still make it out the South. Super Bowl
Man,
bound,
New Orleans is trash, man.
How about them? Hey, how about them Cowboys?
Y'all can't beat us.
How about them Cowboys?
Fuck the Cowboys.
They beat our ass.
Why you root for the Cowboys?
Drop him down for that, please.
Huh?
Why you root for the Cowboys?
Because all them
niggas live in Dallas, man. Him, Sir Hill, all these jokers live in Dallas.
I don't like Dallas.
And don't like the Cowboys. What's wrong with you?
All right, man. So look, I'm gonna get everybody final thoughts, man, about the show, bro. And we can cut up backstage, bro, for damn show.
I'm not.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to bed.
I know that's right.
You got us up. You stay up.
I'm going to bed.
Family.
Y'all can have this shit.
All right, so
we came as a family. We leaving as a family.
Right. So
I see you at the rendezvous point.
So let's get my boy in here first. Let me see who will pop up here first. See JT, what's going on, man? What's your final thoughts, my guy?
I can't believe what's going on with these goddamn Lions, man.
Man.
They always lose.
Hey, man, this was a great conversation, man. We need to continue the conversation like always. This is another one that we you can put in the books right here. This was just dope, man. My final thoughts. I wanted to talk a little more about the infidelity, but guess what we can do? We could talk about that shit tomorrow on my show.
Absolutely.
That's right, with me and my boy Rob, What We Know podcast.
Is Keisha, 9:30. Be over there with y'all tomorrow?
Who?
Keisha.
Keisha, who's that? Yeah. I'm definitely. I just hit her
Hey,
up.
Mr. Bennett.
She gonna be there.
Yo.
Right there.
Here she go, Mr. Bennett. Look on the screen.
Oh,
Boy, that's all sexiness right there.
That's
Everything.
Man, you better stop,
That's
man.
Mr. Bennett
You better
favorite
stop.
picture.
You
You better
just
stop.
Go ahead, JT.
I have a good time waxing that shit.
just need a wax.
And I ain't talking about. I'm talking about real wax.
We'll
Put some
hold her
wax
down and
on
shave
there.
her to death.
Hell yeah, shit.
Go ahead.
Damn it. Like spiders having a meeting on that ass.
Hey, you ain't rather have her than this.
Fuck him.
That's so disrespectful.
Fuck his disrespectful ass. That's so disrespectful.
Wait, JT. I want to know why this dude get this weird ass
He
nigga got
disgusts
them
me.
pictures queued up like that. Why do you keep? Why do you keep them?
No, because let me tell you something. The
You
reason
like looking at them. We ain't around, don't
I'm
you?
gonna tell you why they queued up. The reason they queued up because somebody called me and said I need you to put something together for me after they saw
Oh,
this.
they can kiss my delicious ass. Is what they can do.
I knew he was gonna do that.
Go ahead, JT.
But you know what? I don't sit there and look at. I can't say what I want to say out here. I can't say what I want to say out here. I'll have to wait until we get in the back chat.
That's all, folks.
So yeah, we definitely going to continue the conversation, but it's going to be done probably a little bit different because we will be talking tomorrow about millennials. We'll be talking about the X and the Z's. Hopefully, we can find somebody that is a Z that can come in and get a little perspective. Also, again, you can follow me at What We Know Podcast from my boy Rob. Rob just got us on iHeart, so we doing good with that now. We getting ready to.
Congratulations, my brother.
Hey, that's my little brother right there doing it. He putting in that work for us, bro.
You ain't doing shit.
Yeah, man. Just
no.
But yeah, man.
Dumbass.
Y'all ain't got nothing going on over there, man.
Go to sleep, man.
Great conversation, Black Man.
All right, man.
Always,
hey, much
brother.
love to you, brother.
Much love to all of you and all my brothers, man.
I ain't gonna even what.
Love all y'all. Love you. I love you, Mandrell.
The
give you a
fuck?
group hug.
I love you, Mandrell. I want a hug.
I love you, man. I'm
Man,
gonna give you a gift
Mandrell
too.
want a hug. I know a nigga that'll kiss you on your jaw.
I'm gonna buy his ass a goddamn Coach bag. Watch.
Can you imagine Mandrell in some heels, nigga walking in the mall?
No, I can imagine
With a
Mandrell.
clutch.
For it's Halloween about to come up. I could see Mandrell with a big ass mustache, a goddamn 5-gallon hat, and a little ass with two guns on his side, looking like Sammy Sam. I'm the rootinest, tootinest.
Ooh, that varmint.
He's talking about moving to Texas.
I hate that rabbit. That's a fucking correct.
The pelvis thrust.
All right, JT,
All right,
man.
man. I
Love you,
love
bro.
y'all, man. I see you in the back.
All right, boy. See you in the
Yeah,
back.
see, CJ. Here's what you need to learn from these old ass niggas, okay? They listen, CJ. If you ain't got no haters, you're doing it wrong, okay? Just know that if you got no haters at all, you're doing it wrong. And this is how I know I'm doing everything right. We got Big Bad Bull in the chat, and this nigga hate on me every time he see me.
CJ, go ahead, CJ.
Like I might not even know Big Bad Bull's around, and he's still hating.
God damn.
Hating on me. I'm just
You
saying.
You all right?
So I'm doing something right.
God damn.
Yeah, CJ.
Hey, CJ, I met a girl the other day. I met a girl the other day. You could take her from Mandrell. Here she go.
Hey, she thick though.
Wait a minute.
Hey, CJ. Hey, no.
BMU.
She with
Hey,
the No
BMU.
Ankles Coalition. Go ahead.
Hey,
Hold
she
on,
thick though.
BMU. You got to put it on CJ. You got to put Mandrell on that swing again too. You got to show CJ that.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go. Where's it at? Let me see. Hold on.
CJ, I'm sorry, bro. You about to die laughing, bro. I had to get it to you. Though.
Oh my God, where is it
Welcome
at?
to Black Man Unfiltered for real.
Oh my God. Please don't tell me I deleted this.
Yes,
shit,
CJ.
bro.
Hey, CJ. I'm your boy Tez Defy.
Dude, I think I deleted it by mistake, bro. Oh, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off, bro.
Don't get me started. All of that liquor when I step up in the bar.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I deleted it by mistake, man. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna find it.
So my final thoughts, look, man, Black Man, I appreciate this conversation. This was definitely a conversation. Man, where the beat at, man? I like to have the final thoughts with the beat, man.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, man, you got to have that beat.
Man, Dre, you a little too good this shit, bro.
I'm just saying. Fuck.
Look what I gave you.
What the fuck is that?
Listen.
Get that shit to Mandrell.
That's the Duster Sphere.
That's the theme song to the Duster Sphere.
Welcome to the Duster Sphere. Welcome to the Duster Sphere.
Man, y'all killing me, man.
Yeah, you can turn that bullshit off.
Man, Gerald, shut up sometimes.
All right, go ahead, boy.
Damn. You just talk too damn much.
I do what the fuck I want to do, young buck. I've earned my stripes. When you get on my level, then you can do what the fuck you want to do. You hear me, young buck? And even I'm gonna be on that.
He gonna talk all the way through it.
Go ahead. I'm tired of this sandwich.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of every last one of y'all.
I'm tired of these sandwich spread ass niggas, man.
Every last one of y'all. Quit trying. You can't repeat. You cannot replicate this drip, nigga. Just let it go.
You cannot replicate this drip, my nigga. It's going on.
Alabama ass nigga.
CJ 100 from the 5100
CJ, don't pay no attention.
If y'all had went over to the 5100, go ahead and go over and like and subscribe over there. They have great content over there as well.
Let me get my final thoughts, Mandrell, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Mandrell.
God damn.
Damn, boy, that little girl going too hard, man.
Porky the pig. Shut your ass up.
Elmer Fudd head ass. Right, go ahead.
But no, great conversation tonight. I was bending the corner trying to get back to do this show, man. This was an important show, you know what I'm saying? But as far as Black Men and being tired and just what we deal with, look, man, I'm with Hink. You know, protect yourself at all times. Sit down on somebody's couch, man. And you know, I hope y'all lucky enough to find brothers like the ones on this panel right now that I can call their phone. Even Mandrell, all that shit he talk. When I call, that nigga answer the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's facts.
So it's all good on my end. But look, brothers, we got to be one. You feel me? We don't have to have the same ideology. We don't have to agree on everything. Black people in general, we got to stop thinking that because we disagree, we enemies.
That's right.
I would honestly say me and Mr. Bennett, at first we disagreed a lot. You know what I'm saying? But more and more, I'm finding out we got more things in common. We still as fans. We got hurt by that bullshit ass goal line catch that was not a catch. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that, man. Build bonds. You know what I'm saying? Build relationships and be honest with yourself. The one thing I can say, you might lie to everybody in the world. When you go in that mirror, you can't lie to yourself. And that's something I learned. I've dealt with my issues. I'm doing the best I can. And I just want to say for the brothers on the panel, I forgive my mother. You know, even with all I said, I forgive her. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand she dealt with things, but I got to move forward. And that's what it's about, man. Build you a conglomerate, build you a network of brothers that you can trust and depend on and give them grace, because we all still trying to learn how to do this shit. We got to have more grace for each other. Every black man that's watching, every black woman that's watching, I love you more than you could ever know. And you can catch us on the 5100 podcast channel. We're going to be starting to do our shows at 6:30 p.m. so we can make sure JT got enough of a slot to do what they want to do. We don't want to roll over the top of it. And that's what real men do, man. We ain't competing and beefing with each other. We're trying to build, man. So just keep doing your thing, black man. I love what you do, bro. and much appreciation.
Much love, brother. Much love, man. Thank you for being here tonight, man. Hey, y'all, give it up for my boy. Thank you for being on tonight, man. And also, man, thank you for being vulnerable and telling your story, brother. I appreciate you, man. That goes for JT as well in the back and Sir Hale, too. But thank you so much, CJ, man. Have a good night, bro.
All right, bro.
I'll see you in the back. All right, Mr. Bennett. What's going on, Mr. Bennett? Thank you for telling your story, too, and the things that you went through when you were a kid as well, man. I appreciate everything that you do as well. So what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, well, certainly just, again, thank you again for having this topic. I think both men and women who participated in this, the men who participated and the women who had watched tonight, I think they all benefited from that. And hopefully this video gets shared a lot with those who were not able to be here. So it is, so again, you're just continue to do great work. I would say as far as the stress that men are tired, I think a lot of the tiredness comes from the fact that we're not winning. And I think we need to be taught, we need to learn how to not only just cope with things, but how to overcome things. And that's why, again, we need these mentorship groups. We need to have these platforms where we can learn from one another. And I think just to sharing the stories to CJ's point, now you're not alone, brother. I mean, we've all dealt with things. We've all had to overcome some things. But as time goes on, as you continue to win, as you continue to stack the chips, as you start to feel better about yourself. Again, Mandrell talked earlier about the workout, the training. I mean, that's why I start my day with that, simply because I want to start off with that good momentum so that I have a positive day the rest of the time off. If I try to stage my workout at the end of the day after the world has beat me up, I'm just not as motivated to do it. So, so the idea of stacking victories, as they call it in different sports, putting some wins together, I think that would help a lot of us the stress is not going anywhere. I mean, you're going to be stressed. I mean, you have to have a purpose in this life, and life is about overcoming adversity, not shirking to it. So learning teaching men how to do that through therapy, through technique, through just education on a lot of different levels, I think it'll help a lot of us so that we can become better versions of ourselves and to help others along the way as well. But I just, again, appreciate everything you're doing tonight. This was, certainly a very important conversation. Thank you for the brothers who are always on. It was good seeing, seeing all you guys here tonight. Bernard, good seeing you, brother, back I missed you the last few weeks in the barbershop, but I know you're taking care of some things, so it's good to see you back with the group here, and just looking for more positive content and contributions in the future. For anybody who's on this panel, again, these guys are producing great content, and I think they're worth your time and attention. There's nothing good on TV these days anyway. So, you can spend your time in these spaces here and actually get some benefit out of this space here. That's for the most part, it's free for you. Definitely I recommend and suggest that you support these brothers, support their efforts, what they're trying to do. Black Man, again, he has a great environment that's bringing a lot of content, a lot of different areas together. The man's putting in work, and I just know that he's going to reap the benefits of his efforts in the future. So thank you for all you're doing. Continued success. God bless you. And anything I can do to help you out in that process, you know where to find me. So take care, guys. Have a great night.
Much love to you, Mr. Bennett. Yeah, I see you got that Boston Celtics.
I got something going on. My Steelers aren't doing too well. My Yankees are out, so I gotta, so I gotta have someone to rely on.
Something to depend on. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Bennett. All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, wait a damn minute. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of his own platform, Mr. Hink 75, coming soon. The Basement is in the building.
I appreciate that, Black Man. I appreciate that, Black Man. I appreciate that.
Come on now.
Right on. I appreciate the support, brother. Yes, sir. It's coming soon, real soon. So when it drops, please subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Let y'all know when it is coming through.
Yeah, and send me your thumbnail too, and I'll start promoting it on the channel every show.
I got you. I definitely do that. But man, I'm gonna say it till I can't say it no more. Black men, please protect yourself at all times. Do what you gotta do. Get in a Zoom meeting. Get on somebody's couch. Get that therapy, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do that. Definitely get your blood work. You know what I'm saying? Go get your blood work done. Go get your heart checked. You know what I'm saying? Get your sugar checked, diabetes, your A1. Make sure it's all on point. You know what I'm saying? Go get your colonoscopy. Go get your prostate checked. We got to do these things, man. We're not getting any younger. We got to do these things. We want to live as long as we can so we can conquer the world one day. That's what it's all about. So y'all do what y'all do, man. Hey, I love being on the show, Black Man. I appreciate you having me. All the brothers that was on the show tonight, thanks for having me. I enjoyed the topic, and I'm hoping, not only some of the men out here who was listening and watching, hopefully they learned something, but hopefully some of these ladies out here, they sit back and watching and learning something too, because you might have significant others, your husbands, your uncles, your fathers, your grandfathers, whoever the case may be. You can reach out to them and see where they stand, where they at mentally, and maybe you can do your part. Nobody's gonna sit there and tell you. You could probably relate with the black man, but you can show some sympathy,
right?
So show some compassion. Reach out and definitely turn them on to the proper people they need to talk to in order to get the help that they need to get help on, whatever their help may be. Help them out, man. You say you love them, you say you care about them. Take that next step and show them. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. So, Black Man, hey, I appreciate you once again. Bless y'all fellas. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, good luck to your son too, man. I hope y'all got everything y'all needed from him. If you need anything, man, hit me up, bro. Especially when it comes to the podcast too, man. You my brother, and I consider you that. And so, with you starting your podcast, man, I've been in it for a little bit, along with Sir Hale. Whatever you need, bro, you call me, bro. I got you, man.
I appreciate that, bro. I'll be hitting you up, baby.
All right, appreciate you, man. Hank in the building, coming soon. The basement. All right, Hank, man. Thank you so much for being here, brother. None other than my guy. He ain't gonna just tell you the truth. He gonna tell you the uncomfortable truth. My boy Bernard in the building. Bernard, thank you for being here tonight, man. I love you, man. Talk to us, man. Give us your final thoughts.
I love you back, man. Look, there's nothing like spending time with family. I had Freezy up, but that was like when the hurricane came through. I was like, man, I wanted to apologize to her, so I ain't even think about it. That's my bro, though.
Good, bro.
No, man. I mean, you say you want to be like Sir Hale. I take something from every last one of you guys up here, and I take everything that's good from every last one of y'all that I see. I want y'all to know that, and that makes me be a better me. And so, Freezy, you right there with Sir Hale, because I think anybody up here, even BMU, will say right now, you the calm on the thing, man. You're the calm, and we need that, So that's why we all ended up like the big brothers or whatever we are to you when when that went down. And I'm like, yo, because
I appreciate
we got to protect what's important, and what's important is not always the loudest. Understand? Right. So big shout out to people like that, man. And like I said, y'all go to Freezy channel, y'all go to everybody's channel that's up here.
Appreciate
all these brothers are doing something that's different, and we're learning not to put ourselves in a situation where it will make us act a certain way. And at the end of the night, just like Hank just said, I get my blood work and everything done. I saw my doctor Tuesday. I get all that done. February, I get my scans and everything, and get the results in January. So he's right. We got to stay on that, because I need all you brothers around. And, another thing, just even a little bit what happened with me tonight, like with that, I just don't like that. I just don't like how people treating us. So I'm a protector. So I didn't feel bad about getting triggered, because I felt like I was protecting everybody up here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but I still want to apologize because this is this brother's platform. And I don't want you to say you good. I don't need you to do that. As a man, I just want to apologize, but I'm a protector by heart. And if y'all call me, please don't, because I'm gonna fly in. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, I'm just saying, but I'm that type of guy. And
much love to you, bro.
Yeah, and that's because I love you guys and a lot of people in the chat too. So listen, my thing is, I want y'all to pull a Freezy. I'm gonna use him as Sir Hale. I did it on my channel, and I'm gonna say this: y'all challenge I don't give challenges for the week. I get a challenge for life when it's a good one. And my challenge for life for everybody is to be more like Freezy and Sir Hale. From here on out, just try not to raise your voice.
Yeah.
Somebody want to argue with you? Don't even raise your voice. You raise your voice, you raise your blood pressure. Is it worth it? No. Try to be more like these brothers, and what I'm working on to be like these brothers. Like I said, and be like Black Man Unfiltered and bring people together. Be like Mandrell and be controversial sometimes, because you got to make people think from the other side.
Right.
Pull something from everybody that you can and build your own self. And this is the last thing I'll say. Everything I pull from these guys is the best that they got to offer. It's never anything bad. So much love to all of y'all.
It's awesome.
Hey, man. And listen,
Peace.
guys, while he's up here, you got to follow your dreams, man. If you think of what you want to do in life and you think you want to continue to move, you know, I tell my players, my 10-year-olds, I tell them all the time, I said, you can't have ocean-sized dreams camping by the lake. All right, write that down. You can't have ocean-sized dreams camping by the lake.
Facts.
All right, so let's live with that, man. Thank you so much, Bernard, for being here tonight, man. Hey, man, prayers out to your wife, man. I hope she's healing at an accelerated rate, man. And thank you so much for being a husband that takes care of your wife, bro. They say you don't exist out here in these streets. So here it is, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Bernard right here, the proof.
Bernard.
It's in the pudding, man. Much love to you, man. Go take care of your wife, brother.
I appreciate.
All right. Next up, we got Mandrell. Mandrell, what's your final thoughts, man, about what we talked about tonight? Well, hell, you know, oh, there you go.
Yeah, I forgot.
You muted.
I'm not anymore. But anyway, good conversation. More conversation like this are needed. I'm happy with the new direction that the channel has taken. It is taking a turn for more so education and informative. This is what's needed, especially in today's time. I mean, men, women, children of all races, ethnic backgrounds, and cultures can tune into content like this and learn from it. You know, there's just simply put not enough of it.
Right.
So if this channel is to be the only one, I'm happy to be a part of it.
Thank you, brother.
You know, I come off as this big, you know, tough, you know what I'm saying? I come off strong, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I am, but at the same time, I have my vulnerabilities just like anyone else. There might be different ones,
right? But
yeah, I go through shit too. I don't, you know, even if it doesn't appear like I do, but you know, I was. Some of you had the benefit of having a mother and father in the house, like I did, but you had the benefit of having a soft mother and a stern father.
Right.
I had a tough mother and a stoic father. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
So wasn't much from me. You know what I'm saying? How do you expect me to turn out? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I want to say thank you for not only this conversation here, but the ones you've been having for the past couple of months, I say. You know what I'm saying? The new direction, and it's a clear-cut new direction. It was good the way it was. It is absolutely sensational now, your channel.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, seriously, what you've done with it as a whole, adding the new shows and things like that, sensational. Chef's kiss.
Thank you, brother.
I just want to give you your flowers for that. And Freezy, you did nothing wrong.
Thank you, man.
You were a fucking man that night. And what people have to understand is sometimes as a leader, if you cannot be a leader if you're not willing to be confrontational when you need to be. A leader must be willing to be confrontational. That's an absolute that is a prerequisite. You know, you have to learn how to do it first, and the way you did it, fantastic. You know,
I got this fucking stamp from Mandrell. Ooh.
Yes, I had no pushback for your family. That's what I'm talking about, Freezy. That's what I'm talking about. You know, you had me see it getting high. I smiled. I was proud of you. But yeah, I shared a little with people tonight. Black Man Unfiltered. You know, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna share everything.
Thank you again for that too, brother, for opening up and telling us your story. Bro. I appreciate that.
For real, man.
Yeah,
for real.
You know,
it take courage. It take a lot for black men to open up like that, bro.
Yeah, because I identify with it.
Yeah,
real.
Yeah, I mean, people have to know that they're not the only ones, because for years and years and years and years, I just knew I was the only one. You know what I'm saying? And that when you're dealing with that kind of stuff, the last thing you need is to be lonely with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when things take a turn for the worse, because you can't find solace anywhere. And to you ladies out there, if you got a man, tell him you love him and mean it. You know, because you never know what he's going through. He just might not be telling you.
Right.
So love each other, take care of each other.
I love you, man.
And try to see this thing to the end.
I love you
together.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah.
I love you, Mandrell.
Oh, say what back?
I love you, Mandrell.
Oh, you too.
You know I'm gonna clip this, right? Hey, Mandrell, I know you love me too, bro. All right, Mandrell, have a good night, Mandrell.
It's weird. What do you want me to say? Weird.
You look like Mandrell right now.
Mandrell, I can't say you love me back, Mandrell. Hey, look, wait a minute. This is how you're supposed to do it. Watch this. But no, I love you, bro.
Hey, bro, love you too, man.
All right, bro. That's how you do it right there. All right, Mandrell, see you in the back. Freeze it. What's your final thoughts?
Man, this was a great show, man.
Thank you, brother.
It really was. It was a stress reliever this evening. You know what I'm saying? Black Man, you know, I've been meaning to call you, my brother. And
come on.
We got some things to discuss.
Absolutely.
Man, you know what? He made a good point earlier. I can't even deny it. Like,
right.
We have to we have to be first responsible for ourselves,
right? Before
we expect anybody else to, right?
Right.
I've grown to understand that I'm best able to keep my stress down by consistently making a conscious effort just to be real at all times. That's what I do. Black Man. I just want to be real. I don't want to hold no punches. You ain't got to worry about me, you know, trying to act a certain way just for ego purpose. I just want to be real. It's too stressful to try to put on for people.
Right.
The freezer that you see on camera, that's who I am in real life. Right. And I go to different kind of platforms to spread my visibility. That's why I do that. Right. But what I've learned is that it's more important to protect your peace.
Exactly.
It is, bro. You know? And there's a scripture that says Luke 17:3, it says take heed to yourselves. And if thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him. But only if he repents, forgive him. And I know it's cliche to say we must forgive everyone, just let it go. But I just feel like if men in these spaces aren't man enough to just say, hey, I'm wrong, and they understand why they was wrong, it's okay for me to put a bullseye on your head and understand if I ever run into you in these spaces, just to understand who I'm dealing with. That doesn't mean I'm going to be confrontational with you.
Right.
But it's good to know who you dealing with at all times in these spaces, because you know better than me, Black Man. A lot of these people will disrupt your peace.
They will.
You understand what I'm saying?
They will.
I'm talking about, and I be feeling so disappointed in myself when I let it take me, when I take it outside of these platforms.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I was just having a conversation with Mandrell, I want to say yesterday, even with that incident that we were talking about tonight. Even though Mandrell say, you know, he understands and he was proud of me, I still felt a sense of disappointment within myself because I want to be like you, Black Man. Sir, hell, even Bernard.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, my goal is to remain reserved at all times, because that's how real killers is anyway. They'll kill you with motherfucking kindness.
Right.
That's what I want to be able to do at all damn times. So when it comes down to keeping stress down, it's within us. The answer lies with us. Right. It doesn't lie in that female that you like, right, or this other dude that you feel like make a lot of money who you trying to get some validation from. No, it relies in you. And I know a lot of people don't worship the same God I do, but I'm gonna tell you something. I've gotten close to the Most High. All praises to Him. And He's carried me along the way. He's been the lamp unto my feet and the light unto my path. And even through my imperfections, it's still a learning curve.
Right.
And I take heed to all of that. And I want to say, I thank you, man. I love you, Black man.
I love you too, boy. And you know what? I'll say this too, man. Just understand, when you're becoming the best you, the enemy says, if he's going to become the better man, we definitely got to keep him from that. So what happens is, that you'll end up in places, and in those places, chaos will come and chaos will target you to test the very thing that you're trying to be. If you're trying to be a better man, oh, okay, that's what his goals are. So let me get somebody to trigger him and get him off his square. And when I get him off his square, then I can sit back and say that nigga ain't what he say he is.
Exactly.
See that guy? Look, remember the conversation between God and the devil with Job?
Yes, sir.
He said, just take your covering off of him, and I'll make him curse you to your face. Right? You put yourself in Job's position right now tonight and moving forward, bro. They're having a conversation about you. Who are you going to represent with your everyday motions, your everyday moves? You're going to represent Job that says, listen, I'm never going to curse. Are you going to curse God? Or are you going to be Job and say, you know what, enemy, to have your place?
Yes.
All right. I love you, brother.
Hey, I forgot one too. Mr. Bennett.
Yeah.
Man, Mr. Bennett, boy.
Yeah, peace in the storm.
Even kill every time.
Yep, every time, bro. I mean, I'll see you in the back, man. And I'll see you. Just stay in the back for me. I'll be in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for coming on a Friday and coming into the barbershop and allowing us as men to speak our minds, to speak what it is that we do, what we feel on the inside as men. Men, it is okay to have a feeling. It is okay to have an emotion. We've been told for years that you can't do it. You can't feel anything. You can't cry. You can't be emotional. You can't. And so I'm telling you tonight that you can, right? You can. So you can. But however, I do want to say, let's focus on our little boys. Let's focus on our boys tonight. Right? If you got a son, hug your son. Tell your son that you love him. Do not raise your son in the same toxic situation that you were in and that I was in, right? We had to understand that daddy loved us because daddy never told us he loved us. But we had to saying, you know what it is in the black family, daddy love us. He ain't gonna never say it, but we know we do. We had to make ourselves believe that our fathers loved us because they were so tough that they couldn't express emotion. They couldn't express, I love you, son. So tonight, I want you to pray about it tonight. If you pray about it. And get up in the morning and be a different man. Listen, it's better late than never. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't become the best you right now. Right now, in this second, in this minute, in this hour, you can become the best man. You can wake up in the morning with a different mindset and change the entire environment around you. You can do that. I believe that you can do that. The men that were on this panel tonight, Bernard believes that you can do that. CJ believes it. Mandrell believes it. Freezy believes it. JT believes that. Sir Hell believes that. Mr. Bennett believes that you can become the best man. Hink believes that. We all believe that. And that's why we're going to continue to bring you great content. And we're going to continue to have these conversations because I believe in my heart tonight that one of these stories from one of these men reached somebody. So I became all things so that I may save one. Even if one person changed their mindset tonight, even one person was delivered from the mindset they were in tonight, that was a success. But that was a success. If it's just one. So guys, again, thank you again for being here. Do something nice for somebody. You know I always end with this. Do something nice for somebody. If you're in line tomorrow and you look back and somebody's struggling with their groceries, pay for their groceries if you can afford it. If you're getting coffee, pay it forward. Pay for somebody's coffee that's standing behind you. You know, give them a good day. But if you're a recluse and you sit at home and you don't go anywhere, you don't do anything, then do something nice for yourself, because self-care is the best care. Mental health is the best thing that you can have right now. Make sure you take care of yourself. You heard the men talking tonight. Men, from Uncle Hank, protect yourselves at all times. Don't take any chances, because you may not be able to get a second one. All right, this is Black Man Unfiltered. We out for tonight. Y'all have a great weekend. Make sure you check out CJ on the 5100 tomorrow. I think he said 6 o'clock or 6:30. But check him out tomorrow. Go to his channel tonight after this show and go to the 5100 and hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification so you know when they go live. Also, after that, What We Know podcast will be on at 9:30. Make sure you go over to What We Know podcast and hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification button so you know when they go live. The Uncomfortable Truth with Bernard. Go hit the like button, the subscribe button, right? And hit that notification button so when you know he goes live. DL Saint, No Captivity, right? All these with Sir Hell Speaks. All these great black men that are doing the things that they say we can't do, being the husbands and fathers they say we couldn't be. The examples, we are here and we ain't going nowhere. All right, we're not going nowhere. So thank you guys again. Thank all the men that came on the panel. Thank you for the chat. You guys are stay undefeated. So thank you so much for being here tonight. You guys are amazing. And until next time, we out this thing. Peace.